as a monster hunter, one of the things that you need to do in this big, black, complicated world is figure out the good monsters from the bad monsters. And I was never sure about Kobald. But this Saturday in Easton, Pennsylvania, when he stood up to the giant monster that the flood sent out and gave his life for the Battle of CHIKARA, I knew what side Kobald was on. We'll miss you, Kobald. And CHIKARA, the Deadites will fight by your side any day. And welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome to episode 96 of Trick or Treat Radio. I don't think anyone's sick this week, right? Shut up, Ravenshadow.
Oh, sorry. I got AIDS.
Whoa, whoa.
We know that's not true.
Finally.
Yeah, wait. I can think of two ways that can go.
Yes,
That yes, you've never had sex. There's no way you could have AIDS.
the countdown clock is on. In my life.
The blood transfusion.
God. The MonsterZero AIDS clock? That sucks.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
Yep.
Take your bets.
Yep.
KK, you're in the back. What do you think?
Yep.
Rocky.
All bets are on.
What did you call that whole Dynamo? What was it? The
Armageddon cancer machine?
yeah.
I'm getting
cancer hole.
Should be the Armageddon baloney hole.
What was that?
I don't know. That's what I think of everybody right now.
3 years, 2 months is what Double K said.
You're giving me too much hope, man.
I mentioned in my intro that I'm a monster hunter, but I think that after, in the absence of Jack Ketchum doing a lot of administrative stuff this week, I think I'm going to switch my job. You ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going to be a monster hunter.
Okay.
Yeah. This has been a fucking bad week. Bad Deadites. Bad week.
Okay.
Bad
that-
Deadites.
What
Bad
does
Deadites.
What does that entail?
With the exception of Miss M, they are all crazy as a shithouse coon. Like, they are no help at all. I'm going to fight them all.
This usually happens after the show.
I'm
Lucky
gonna-
Dog.
I'm going to wear a shirt that says Silica was right everywhere I go from this point forward.
What was he right about? What was the prophecy?
That they're going to put me in the grave.
We have several folks hanging out in our chat room. Mike Ledger says pretty sure that his hair has some sort of venereal disease. MZ. And Rocky says, I'm thinking Tiny rooting for AIDS death in the first 30 seconds is an interesting trajectory to follow.
We could build on that.
Yeah. It can only go up from there.
That's right.
All right. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture. It's navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters. We drink booze. And
We get AIDS.
only some. Only some.
I hate this show. I hate,
He's
I-
not really in the band.
I hate, I hate the Deadites. I hate all of you.
Yes.
Though I got to say,
The two members of the band
don't-
said yes.
MZ is the only one who thanked me. Ever.
For what? Giving him AIDS?
No, for all my hard work.
What did he say?
Huh?
I said
I've-
thank you.
Yeah, I've often called what I do a magic trick, but I think every motherfucker in this band thinks it's really magic. Like, I'm going to wave my hand, and 300 people are going to show up.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Whatever. I hate you, and I hate the girl ones the most.
Double K in the chat room says, Jesus, MZ, how many AIDS jokes can we cram in tonight?
We could.
Oh. It's a 3-hour show, brother.
Yeah.
And Rocky says he can cram a lot. That's why he has AIDS.
I think you getting AIDS is about as probable as a man getting pregnant. Like, something with AIDS.
That's how it happened.
Some AIDS-related thing would have to come into your home. Like some intravenous...
Not into his home.
Shut up, you two.
That's a euphemism.
Are you talking about a euphemistic language for my bum?
What?
Home.
Who's next, Johnny?
I haven't even got to anyone yet. Jeez.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and introduce everyone on the show. I am Johnny Wolfenstein, the pencil pusser.
The pencil pussy.
They call him the pussy pencil.
The pencil pussy pusher.
I kept going with it because Ravenshadow almost lost his beer.
He is Johnny Wolfenstein. He is the pussy pusher of the Trick or Treat Radio and the Deadites. If he aims,
You all right, Ravenshadow? Just in a crotch chop. I am the pencil pusher and producer of media, or media. The media. We also have the immortal gunslinger, singer, lyricist for the Deadites, and monster hunter, Dynamo Mars.
I hate all of it.
Dynamo, how's Tumblr doing?
The Tumblr is fine. Know what's funny
See-
about what's funny about Tumblr is that I haven't like amassed like a lot of followers,
Mhm.
but I've gotten like reblogs that
Right.
have like ended up being like in like the like thousands of reblogs.
It's the fucking
it's
hashtags,
a strange, yeah, it's a strange community. It's a fucking job. It's part of the magic trick.
You're a very good magician.
Yeah, I am not bad. I wish I could make people disappear. I can, but I'm running out of places to hide them.
he can make his penis disappear. All he has to do is unbuckle his pants.
Yeah. I don't want backup vocals in this song. I don't think we can play this song without backup vocals. Like, I'm really honestly going to drive off a fucking cliff if anybody in the band talks to me anymore between now and when we walk on stage. I honest to God am. Like, right off a fucking cliff.
We also have the katana-wielding, synth-collecting, mask-wearing composer, and songwriter for the Deadites, Tiny White.
Hi.
Hey, Tiny, what's up, bud?
Not too much.
Anything
I'm
new?
not angry.
No, you're not angry?
I ain't mad at you.
Hey. What's what does Tiny White do the week before show? What do you do to prepare?
I put my fingers on keys.
Yep.
I make sure that the tracks that we're going to play actually exist. In some cases, they don't. I'm still looking for the original I Fear You, which I know exists, but I can't seem to find it.
No, it's.
I Fear You Old School. That's probably it right there.
You just found it just now.
I think so.
Played it not too long ago, so.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I don't know. That's
We
the
had
life
it queued
that-
up. Do
that's
you have
the
the
life
set list
that
from
is the
last
Deadites.
year?
Yeah,
Because
it's
we
around
we,
somewhere. It's
we were
zipped up
supposed to
somewhere.
play it, and we cut it on the fly. So that means that you had it ready to go last year.
Yeah, I must have. I don't know. It's like conspicuously absent, as so many Deadites things tend to be from time to time. It's dark forces working against us.
Before you moved the studio, we spent 8 hours going through like hard drive after hard drive and like folder after folder. And the only thing I think we couldn't find on a list of things we'd want to play is my favorite song ever, Church of Mirrors.
Yeah, that's.
Otherwise, we found multiple versions of everything.
I think that was back. That was back when we used to play things live. You know, Church of Mirrors. I would break that down in 8 tracks
Right.
live.
Yeah.
So I think the only versions we had were with lyrics.
The only
Live.
virgins?
The only versions we had were live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want a dead
That's
one.
good.
Unless you plan on throwing her in a volcano later.
Rocky just said rename it and relocate it now while you're looking at it, or lose it again.
No wonder you like just support the way that you're not going to get AIDS. You just throw every woman you meet into a volcano.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
In honor of the show coming up this weekend rather, we got a really rough mix of the Depeche Mode song. Do we
Nice.
want to play a little bit of that? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear it.
All right. You want me to jump ahead to a little bit, or just play from the
No,
beginning?
Yeah, just
It's
play
a
it from
pretty.
whenever.
It's a pretty rough mix.
It
The
is very
vocals are
rough.
very loud, so we can hear what's going on with them.
It's very rough. It hasn't been
No real
edited
treatments
How come
yet.
I didn't get one?
because I got the wave like a couple hours ago, and I sent
Yeah.
it to Tiny.
And because
It's a zip.
because I asked for it.
I hate it. I hate all of you.
You're producing the frickin' compilation. You didn't even ask if anything was happening with the mix.
No, because I trust the guy who's doing it, and I also know that I don't need it yet. If I needed it, I would have gone knocking on everybody's
That's it.
door.
So what are you so upset about? We trust that you're going to get people to the Lucky Dog. What are you so upset about?
Shut up. The
See
only
how it
thing,
works?
yeah. If you made a list of your friends instead of a list of reasons not to leave the house, maybe you'd help. Goddamn shut in.
My friends are all in the band.
Yeah, great. I got news for you.
All right, here we go. This is the Depeche Mode cover. This is It's No Good.
Don't play much of it.
No, I'm not
It's
gonna.
to be a surprise.
Yeah. When the lyrics kick in, I'll just start turning it off. Oh, actually, we don't get lyrics for a little bit. Let me jump ahead. I'm going to turn it down first. Do it all pro-like.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's jump ahead now a little bit. And the lyrics stop. Yes. Jump ahead again. Come on. All right, that's all you get.
Yeah, that's good.
You sons of bitches.
Will you send that to me, please?
Of course.
That's a good teaser. Yeah.
It's a zip file.
Just send it to the Gmail.
All right.
It can take it.
What can take it?
The Gmail. You know what I love about Gmail? I was just talking about. In addition to the intro, I remember that we hadn't. Normally by now, I've sat down with the Red Queen and we've done the programs and stuff like that, and I haven't done any of that. So I spoke with her, and the only reason it's going to get done is that I've only booked one band that we haven't played with in the past 4 shows on this one, so she doesn't have very much work to do. I just had to go into Gmail, and because it keeps fucking everything. I found shit in there today when I was looking for something that was literally from like 5 years ago. Like it's amazing. It's like a bad idea dumping ground. Naked pictures people sent me.
Nice.
Like
Who sent those? Ravenshadow?
no.
Yeah.
I'll show you off here.
Ravenshadow, you sent him naked pictures.
One time. I was proud of it. You know what I
Were
mean?
you proud of it?
Yeah, that's nice. It was
What were you-
glistening.
what-
Ravenshadow's right nipple is an innie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that true?
I'll send you a picture, Johnny.
No, I don't want a picture.
I'm gonna send you a selfie.
No.
I forgot I was going to rewrite
Fucking
Ravenshadow's
picture.
intro.
Oh.
Only one time, Ravenshadow?
What? All right.
Double K says that. Don't lie to us.
Double K. You know. Twice it happened. A nipple for each photo.
Part of Ravenshadow's, I won't say what part, but part of Ravenshadow's nude photo looked like an acorn on top of a toupee.
Hey.
All right, I'm sending you this link right now, Dynamo, so don't forget. So somebody say something while I do this.
Hey everybody, I got no pants on. I got no pants on. Miss Sam has a real nice bum. I've been thinking about it a lot today. On tonight's show, we are. No, I know what I'll do. Up next, we have the Volga Guru of Horror,
Hey, it's not how it goes.
MonsterZero. How you doing, MonsterZero?
I got AIDS.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
Besides
How do you
that,
think
though.
I'm feeling?
Yeah, you feeling good? Yeah.
I'm feeling a little drained and a little tired.
Well, you've got Magic Johnson money, right? You can get that magic,
yes, I
that
do.
magic AIDS potion, so that you can have it for 100 years and
If
not
I
die.
really was Magic Johnson, I wouldn't have the AIDS to begin with.
That's not true. He,
If you had a Magic Johnson.
yeah.
Ah.
Next up, we have the hot pocket smoking, baby kissing, hand jive doing, master of promotions, Michael. 5 to the sky. Wolfenstein.
Hey,
Ravenshadow.
there you go. And try to understand. I'm a magic man.
You're Magic Mike.
Yeah.
That's good delivery.
And Johnny Wolfenstein is the pencil pusher and head of all media for Trick or Treat Radio.
He's also the heroin pusher of Trick or
Oh,
Treat
yeah.
Radio.
By the way, can I
You
get
guys
some
need a
back?
fix?
Am I in like a weird, bizarro, like Quentin Tarantino version of like?
Yes, we all do drugs and have diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking show. What month is it? May 31st. Lucky Dog Music Hall. We'll be doing drugs downstairs.
No, we won't.
It's the movie Kids 20 years later. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravenshadow.
That is like us. Like, yeah, I was getting laid when I was 17.
Rocky says that you sent a dick pic with an Etch-a-Sketch. Is that true?
You got that? Shit. I thought it was supposed to go to somebody else. Sorry there, bud. Can you just delete that? Don't show anyone that.
In his defense, the Etch-a-Sketch is the best computer that he has. So
It's all blocky and
he
everything.
never gets my emails though, because when he picks it up to read them, he shakes it and they disappear.
Why are they always deleting? What the fuck? I was going to grandma's house with my fucking computer. That's an Etch-a-Sketch. See, that's right.
All right, that's everyone. Dynamo finished introducing everyone for me. Thank you.
I hope.
Yep.
You're not as good, but it's done.
It'll get done. Yep. So in this week's show, we're going to review the film "The Ghastly Love of Johnny X." Should be an interesting discussion, I think. Maybe
A short one, probably.
or a short one, maybe. Yep. So we'll also talk about the 3-for-All, which is coming up on Saturday, May 31st. We'll discuss that a bit. Tell you what you can expect if you're going to make it.
We might be a few deadites short,
Maybe
like all.
it'll just be Tiny
Me-
and Dynamo.
No, maybe me in a rail-to-rail with an old hockey mask on it.
I like it. That's going to be the October show.
And I don't know. I'm sure we'll get into some other trouble later on.
How much more can we get on?
Yeah, we kind of let off with AIDS when
AIDS and drugs and
It
Rock and
really is
roll.
like kids 20 years later.
Did those kids have AIDS? Those were bad kids.
they were bad kids. Yeah,
They were
yeah,
very
yeah.
bad kids.
One got one got AIDS, and then one in the sequel would eventually get full blown.
that's so funny. They got AIDS. They're bad kids. It's like you got AIDS. You're a bad boy. Go to your room.
That's what somebody should have fucking did.
Yeah.
Kids,
Yeah, with the first person.
yeah. Kids
Who
today.
wouldn't have AIDS?
Yeah. Fucking kids today. If
What's the matter with
You
kids
fucked a monkey.
today?
Go to your room.
I thought we weren't going to do any more bits about Ravenshadow at the Blarney Stone.
Well, speaking of, didn't you go to the Blarney Stone last
Yeah.
night?
Oh man,
Yeah.
it was
The drinks were
It
pumping.
was
You-
still
Yeah.
flowing.
You
It-
really
I mean,
did
it was-
go to
it
the
was-
Blarney Stone?
Yeah, it was
We
firing up. He had it all fired up.
You're
on
aware- you're
Facebook.
aware
It was all
in-
over the place.
In
Yeah.
all of like DSTS incorporations,
Yes.
right? There's like a club there, right? Like that you could go buy drinks and support the greater cause, right?
Wait, yeah. This is the Blarney Stone.
Right.
Well, it was there.
What I'm saying is we don't own that one.
Oh,
Why would you go to one that I hate you?
what the fuck, man? You know, we went to the Blarney Stone.
Yep.
And then we
Right.
went to the Hotoy.
You went to the Salty Dog?
No,
That place isn't around anymore.
I do have a Salty Dog story,
You
but
went
then
to the Salty Dog Music Club?
they went back to the Blarney, and then went to Mahoney's, and then went
Mahoney!
back to Blarney.
Was Browser there?
Browser,
If Mahoney was
Browser.
there.
Yeah,
Blarney Rubble.
Blarney Rumble. That's all I'm going to talk about.
Right behind you, Fred.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit! Great Gazoo was there.
The who?
The Great Gazoo.
Who's the Great Gazoo?
You know.
No.
Great Gazoo is the futuristic little midget friend of Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble,
Oh, that's
voiced
it.
by Harvey Korman.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I think he was just like fake though because George Jetson never met him.
It was a cartoon
No.
too, wasn't
Yeah.
He couldn't be from the future.
Thank you, dum dum.
Nice.
Rocky says MZ was hanging out with Roy Harper in a Bloodhaven crack house shooting smack in their taints.
Yes, we were.
Bad days in the opener.
Man, let me tell you something. It's a bitch sitting here on this chair right now. I'm kind of hovering over the seat. I'm not really sitting.
He's got a donut
Get
on.
his donut. His donut's
I
in
got
the
a
back.
donut, yeah. For double protection, I got a donut in my pants too. So just to be extra careful.
That's entertainment.
All right, who's next? I think that's everyone.
So there are three things in taxes and trick-or-treat radio
Taxes.
and death. Let's talk about this movie.
All right, there's three things, Ravenshadow, you can count on in life,
Death, taxes, trick or treat radio every Friday morning.
and Wednesday evenings.
If you tune into Google
Unless
Chat.
we're going to see a Geist show, and then it's Tuesdays.
Yeah, so stay tuned. You know what? Join the fucking fib.
There you go.
Join the fucking fib, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Hang with us.
Fuck.
Don't be a.
You
Don't be
made
a,
it so enticing with your AIDS and your taint puncturing.
So, yes, we broadcast live every Wednesday night unless we do it on another night, and then in which case we'll give you as much notice as we can.
It's rare.
It's rare, but it's mostly every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not that general mean time stuff. Do you know what that is?
No.
You know, mean time?
Greenwich Mean Time? You know what that is?
Is that like Mean Street Posse?
No.
What's a, is that meme? Is it mean or meme? Because I'm not sure what a meme is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be. Never mind, you're dumb.
Greenwich meme time? Ain't nobody got time
Meme
for that.
time, yeah.
I don't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't. I will confess. I don't know what it is either. Or maybe I just don't know how it sounds like when a human says it. That might be it too. Maybe I've heard it and don't know.
Well, having him say it ain't gonna help much.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Yeah,
You don't know the different time zones?
Eastern,
Easter.
Easter.
I know that me.
Central, Mountain, and Pacific.
I know that
Pacific.
me, Koop, and El Goro are in the same time zone, and our Death Rattle and CDR are in a different one, and I don't have much need to talk to nobody else.
Greenwich.
Some
Mean
of those
Time.
people
See?
I talk to in the day, and some of them I talk to late at the nighttime.
It's European jargon. I have no idea what it means.
You guys ever seen like the time and it'll say GMT next to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah, that's 0 hour. That's no
I
plus
see.
or minus.
Yes. Thank you, Tiny.
What does that mean?
At least somebody knows.
So-
what does it mean?
I have seen that. I just didn't know what it meant. It basically
wait.
means at that, all the other time zones are so many hours away from it.
Yeah.
So Eastern Standard Time is 5 hours.
Probably because they killed the most people when the clock was created.
Yeah.
Is that like when they took Doomsday to the edge of time and he
Something
became
like that, yeah.
the time trapper?
Where's Decide in all this?
Yeah, I say is that like remember 0 Hour?
I can't decide.
Remember that storyline?
Where's Darkseid and
Yeah.
Decide? That's what I want to
I
know.
don't.
Where's your boyfriend in all this conversation? I want to know.
Yes.
I always
Rev?
thought.
Rev, give me a call. I'm in the studio. I don't know what the fuck this means.
I always thought that 0 hour was on the international date line, which is basically on the other side of the world.
What is going on?
Whoa.
What the fuck is that? Is that the guy with the fucking predators?
Whoa.
The Dateline?
NBC.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Oh shit!
And we're
I
going to
fucking-
have another... And I'm Chris Hansen, and we're going to have another spider and have another fly in our web.
Today we're gonna catch these monster pussy.
That's right. We're going to catch monster pussy.
Yeah.
Now we're going to...
You're talking about the wrong kind of predator, Chris.
No, I'm not. This is getting out of hand.
It'd be great if a
was
predator
in
was on
hand?
that show. That'd be a fucking show.
He blows that guy right out the fucking door.
Like the predator has like lubricant and like condoms and like
What?
Yeah.
lasers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a scare. That's
He
the
would
next.
not. He would not use lubricant and condoms. The fucking predator.
Maybe he just fucking wants to just enjoy something for once.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he's sick of the woods. He's sick of the woods and the
not leave it-
stars
Don't leave a paper.
The stars.
and the aliens. He just wants to vibe.
Stars.
The stars. So I picture the predator in like a finished basement with wood paneling.
Oh, so like the Maru Manor. That's what you're talking about, basically.
With an 8-track stereo and
you knock,
record player.
you
to
knock
boot.
on his door, and what does he say? He's updating his website, not to come in. Don't come in. I'm updating my website.
Shit, give me 15 seconds. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
What? What is going on? Oh man! In the chat room, Ledger says for triple protection, Dynamo ate a dozen donuts before the show. Double K says the time that Pete Gas is on. That's what GMT is on.
I was even while I was away this week, I was not so bad on my diet. I could have been worse.
Can always be worse.
Yeah. Yesterday I did bust my my Swirls and Scoops cherry for the year. Though.
Ooh.
There you go.
You didn't bring anything
Huh?
over? You didn't bring anything for me?
What was it was yesterday. So.
It's okay. It's good.
It's still cold out. You can
Yeah.
put it outside.
That purple cow that hits the spot.
I got a hot fudge sundae from them. I didn't specify large, and I know my fucking eating ways aren't what they used to be, but I couldn't fucking finish it. That thing meant business.
Oh shit! Ledger's throwing down the gauntlet.
What?
I've lost 36 pounds since January 1st. Get your ass in gear, Dynamo.
Yeah, well, since fucking
January 1st, 1988.
yeah, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose.
get schoolboy by an asshole on that one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Anyway, Ledger, I'm going to lose fucking 15 pounds in between the 30th and the 31st. It's called starving myself and throwing up. Get with the program.
Yeah, bulimia rocks, man.
Yeah.
He says, no, since 88, I'm sure that I'm on the positive side, not the negative.
I am thinner than I look thinner than I was in, when did we play last? October? April?
October.
Yeah. I was thinner. I'm thinner now than then. All these shirts fit me. I can wear an extra large shirt again. I was wearing them all weekend.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in that shirt.
Wait,
Oh, this shirt is too big for me. That's why I don't wear it.
you can wear an extra large shirt again?
Yeah, that's
Says the guy who wears a small.
No, I'm skinny but long. I wear extra large.
No. What I'm saying is that I've always worn extra large though.
Yeah, but it's funny to me that's extra. Like, I can fit into an extra large. That's great. Like, is that?
What?
No, you look good.
It's
You look
not-
good.
Yeah, but
It's not
nobody.
even that. You're being a dick.
No,
90% of the
Yeah,
populace probably wears extra large.
But what's
Yeah.
the next size up though?
Extra, extra.
Double
XL.
XL.
And then triple
2X,
XL.
then-
I'm not trying to be a bad guy. I
You-
don't think that it's a.
You're
it's
barely
you
a guy.
Think, yeah, what do you think? You're better than us because you're skinny?
and long.
only not everywhere.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not trying to be a bad. No, it's like I could fit into a moo again. That's.
I know
I'm not
very.
trying to be a bad guy.
I know
You
very
look
few
good.
women that.
I'm not
find
trying to be
your-
a bad guy, but
Yeah.
you could, but
Yeah.
you could fit into Moo now.
I know very
Jesus.
few women that find people who look like they're on the verge of death attractive.
I have a certain
Oh.
target
Yeah.
demographic.
You don't.
Shit.
You look good. You look
Yeah,
good.
you
You
don't
don't look. You don't look healthy though.
I mean, so what if
not.
he's so
You
what
look
if
like
he's the
chemo.
size of somebody who can model car covers?
He eats worse than
So
any
what?
of us, and he's a fucking
What?
rail.
This is my dinner, gang. For those who can see, is
I will have one of those.
Frosted fudge cakes.
Ravenshadow is the Kate Moss of the Deadites posse.
He's got
these going on.
frosted
He's-
fudge cakes
he's
and,
the Pete
and a
Moss.
pack of Winstons. Oh, Ravenshadow. Ledger says, next time I make it out to Mass, I'm kicking the fuck out of Ravenshadow.
I know it's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Rails? Shit just got real up in here, says Double K.
I guarantee that you insulted like half of our audience.
no.
Or probably more.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
Raven Shizzle. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
Soaking wet?
Like 108.
Yeah.
No, really. How much do you weigh?
Like
don't
135, probably.
You don't know.
He just doesn't realize how like absurd it is. Like he's making fun of normal. He's making fun of like healthy people, and he's like, you know, just because when you get cremated, everybody within a 9-mile block radius is going to need chemo, doesn't mean that you're like a viable weight loss plan.
We got a scale. Do we have a scale in Castle Wolfenstein?
We do.
We do.
Get a scale.
Get your ass over here.
Get your... It's in the bathroom.
I don't want to get.
Just the two of you.
It rhymes,
What do
with, it rhymes with maids.
What do we care how much?
Don't give me what the.
What do we care how much fucking skeleton Pete here weighs?
Why is he taking his pants off?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Jerk. He'll wear a moo now. He's just mad because I fucked his wife.
Ledger says I'm finally down to friggin' 236. I shit bigger than Ravenshadow after every trip to Carl's Jr.
That's Ledger. I think that I think
They're really in the bathroom.
I think I
Get
shit
off?
bigger than Ravenshadow too.
What's going on in that other room?
Who's getting off?
It's all right. I've had better.
Wait, hold on one sec.
Just
I don't even know the number.
just take a dump.
Close the door.
What's going on out there?
I don't know. He's
This show
pissed.
sucks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I weighed.
All right, hold on. Get some music.
And I weighed myself too while I was in there. Oh yes.
It's my joint.
How much did you weigh?
All right.
I have this movie. This soundtrack is so awesome.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 242.
How much does he weigh?
160.
Raven.
135.
You wish you weighed 160. You have a better argument.
What?
Oh no, you would have a worse argument, I should say. Son of a bitch weighs. Son of a bitch weighs 153.
Jesus. Hold on 1 second.
153.
Is that
I'm actually
Come with me because I can't read these.
is that good?
You have like
Be
a
right
whole
back.
girlfriend weight on him.
So is
That's
that
like
good?
a whole petite girlfriend difference.
Is that good?
Why is he pissed? He's fucking flipping out. The dog's flipping out. The dog's in the bathroom too. Where's the dog? This is a weird show.
This is a very weird show.
The peeking knees is mauling Dynamo in the other room right now.
Different verb.
Different verb.
They're in a shower together. To really get an accurate measurement, you gotta take your pants off. That thong's holding you down.
How much do I weigh?
All right. I weighed Dynamo.
Okay.
You weighed him?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, you're the scale now?
Yes, I picked him up and I gauged.
Estimated.
My penis dipped down at a 15-degree angle. Dynamo weighs 230 pounds.
All right, what does he weigh?
Dynamo weighs exactly 240 pounds, which means that I weigh 2 pounds more than Dynamo.
Which in April I was at like 265.
You look good.
Yeah, yeah. You're almost down to a double XL now.
You do look good.
Rocky says MZ and the Ravenshadow disappear into the bathroom and AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, if I got AIDS, man, I should be losing weight, shouldn't I? Maybe that's how you're losing weight. Maybe that's why you're so fucking skinny.
Heroin.
Double K says Mars sat on his face and he guessed.
So I weigh 242. Dynamo weighs 240. And Skinny Mini over here, Gluteus Minimus, weighs fucking 153.
The good news is I'll be down to 235 on Saturday.
Yeah, you got to have that dress to fit into.
All right, Johnny, go in the bathroom with MZ. We'll take it from here.
I just weighed myself today.
How much you weigh?
240.
See? It's about this.
Jeez,
That's an
wow.
average.
No kidding. Well, wait, how much
That's
is...
the general mean weight.
Well, you know what? Hold on. We're losing fact of one very important factor here. Here we are. We're all riding.
What?
We're all riding dirty.
Riding dirty. We're all getting
Sing
on.
that like
we're all
Larry
getting on.
Fibe.
We're all getting on Ravensshadow's ass on this. But
Get
what
off my
about-
fucking ass, dude.
But what about Tiny?
Oh.
Tiny weighs probably less.
No.
I would.
No.
Yeah,
Tiny-
Tiny
I
has
weigh-
to weigh less.
I weigh
No,
less
he-
than Tiny.
I'm sure Tiny is like
I've weighed the same amount
Tiny-
as I did in high school.
Tiny.
for my
I
whole
hate to
life.
say it, and not in the place where he wears a mask on, but and not underneath his where his bathing suit covers. But otherwise, Tiny looks phenomenal.
Just normal.
Well, Tiny's. I mean, when he's up there on stage doing his shit, I mean, you could see he's got some.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
in
some
great
shape.
mu-
He's in
muscular.
great shape. Yeah.
Okay,
He's got some muscle going on in the chest area. So he's got. So,
Whoa.
And that
He's so
weighs
big in the
more,
pants.
And that weighs more than fat. And that muscle weighs more than
A
fat.
fan
so
of ours recently told me that they think that Tiny White is beautiful. Unquote.
Really?
Really,
Yeah.
what was his
Who
name?
said this?
Ledger.
With the mask on.
I thought honestly, I
Those
thought
classic features.
well, it wasn't my sister, his wife, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I thought that I had busted blood vessels behind my eyes laughing so hard. Like I can't remember the last time I laughed that hard. Like nothing on the show, like nothing at all. Like I honestly, like I pulled a muscle in my shoulder. Like I was laughing so hard.
Rocky says, "Yeah, you look great." Shit, he'd take you to the bathroom.
So how much do you weigh, Tiny?
Well, like 160.
160.
So Ravenshadow Double K says you're 153, but 130 of it is nicotine tar smoke.
Yeah, you know. Winston Gold Box, available at convenience stores.
Let's look at the heroes in like literature and film history that have your physique. Ichabod Crane,
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman, Mr. Chicken, as the ghost there, Mr. Chicken.
Captain Jack Skellington.
Yeah, no, that's not him.
Skeleton.
That's not a guy.
Who's that guy?
No.
Malvert, the
Malvert,
janitor.
the janitor.
Melvin the Mop Boy. No, did I say Captain? Did I say Jack Sparrow? No, who is he?
Jack
Sparrow
Skeleton.
is not-
That's right.
Johnny Depp does not have the same physique as you
I
say.
will tell you, I had
No.
Jack Sparrow's look before Jack Sparrow. You can
Oh,
bing that.
Yeah, what, homeless?
Freddie Boom Boom Washington.
You can bing it.
That's true.
Hi there.
J.J. Walker.
Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Jeff,
That was Rocky's. Rocky's
Pretty good.
any character that Jeff Goldblum ever played.
The Fly.
Like, you know?
Minute Ball.
Oh,
Maybe somebody else.
the Mop.
The Mop. It was
Moppy.
Starman's Cosmic Rod. No, it's fine.
Wait,
I'm writing my own movie.
Oh, Ledger says he's just
J.J. Walker.
Ledger says he's just getting ready for Schindler's List too.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
We need to talk about this movie, don't we?
Yeah, why the fuck? Yeah.
Malvert the janitor.
Go fuck yourself, Monster.
Sometime
You guys see, have you
sometime
ever seen,
Ravenshadow P. Red.
Well, it's elongated man.
No, he's bigger than you.
He's got stretching
Are you still
powers.
working on the costume?
Yeah, I'm drinking some fucking Jingold right now.
Some what?
Jingold.
What's Jingold?
You don't fucking know what Jingold is?
That's not a thing, is it?
It's a fucking magic elixir that Ralph Dibny drinks to get fucking stretchy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Ah.
Okay.
No, I
thought
didn't
you were
invent
talking
it. I didn't write it. It wouldn't. I mean, it's like Ling Ling. I mean, I didn't.
Ling Ling.
Jingold. Bing that too.
Unlike just straight gin, which is the magical elixir your wife drinks to make you stretchy.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Give me one of those fucking cakes.
Jeez.
Fucking
What is
magic
fucking
word.
cake?
Yeah, huh?
now.
That's as close to a food rape as I've ever heard.
Give me them fucking cakes.
That's not
that
true.
fucking cake.
How to catch a cake. There
That's
you
not
go.
true.
How to catch a cake predator.
I am a cake predator for sure. If they had that show, I'd be so there with like, why did you? You knew it was a
Mr. Powers,
cake. Why did you
went
tell
to
it you were going to
bakery
put
today?
cookies on it?
Yeah.
You knew it was a cake. Why did you tell it you were going to put cookies on it?
Now you bought this. Now you have this cake, and you bought condoms and beer.
And cutlery.
The weirdest one I ever saw was like they were like, why did you bring razors? I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was like, hey.
What were you planning to do
Were
with
you
this
afraid?
cake?
Were you afraid
I
that
don't know.
this 13-year-old didn't look old enough? Like, fucking weird. Like,
I'd be like,
that was weird.
I'd be like, Chris Hansen, what are you doing here? I'm banging this broad.
Rocky says, fucking, I just got a visual of Dynamo with dreads and a laser eye scope hunting the little Debbie's Isle at Safeway.
Oh, man, we'll talk about it more later, but, like, I'll tell you, you know where's paradise? When I die, I think I'm going to Wawa.
Oh, fucking
Wawa
Wawa's the
Wee-Wa.
best.
I love it.
I didn't get to go to one, though, this time. I
Oh,
was kind of
man.
bummed out.
Yeah,
every
Wawa's
opportunity
pretty
I got.
amazing.
There's one right across from where I stayed.
Yep.
Wawa-
Although I did go to Sonic and fucking dominate the Sonic.
Oh, I wish I could.
It was so good.
Yeah, Wawa's pretty amazing. I went Wawa wee wah.
Dynamo, come sit down, have a glass of lemonade. Did you say you were going to eat this cake like a neon maniac? It's a double
true.
K.
True.
All right, so Ravenshadow, you listen to the episode, 3 hours, whatever it is.
Yep.
You are done for the week
Yep.
on Friday. What do you do?
I'm going to.
You listen to it 2 more times.
2 more times we discussed.
Apparently, if you're Ravenshadow, you listen to it 3 times a week.
Yeah, but what do you do if you actually have any sort of social life or friends?
That's true. What do you do?
I was hoping you guys would tell me. This is why I do the show. Looking for feedback. Until I get the answer, I'm going to check out the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook page, a.k.a. the Fib.
Da Fib?
Da Fib. Das Fib.
Stop it.
Ledger said a few minutes ago, it really did sound like the fucking Cupcake Sopranos.
It's true. That guy, I think, ate cupcakes right up till he died.
Yeah,
Yes.
Too
he's a
soon.
big man.
Too soon.
Too soon. It was like 5 years ago.
Fuck. No, it was like last year.
I don't know. What was,
Wasn't that long ago? Yeah, what was that 2012 probably, right?
what's it?
What's
What?
No,
What
2013.
Sopranos got
What's his name?
Yeah, hold on.
No, James Gandolfino had.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What's the fucking Italian Pope there? It's
Yeah.
James
Sorry,
Gandolfini.
James Gandolfini.
You I'm gonna fucking
That
What's
dude
good?
that-
Oh, all right.
What's good for the goose
That
is
dude
good
that
for the
hangs out with
Gandolfini.
hobbits.
All right, I guess it was only a
Oh,
year
he
ago.
didn't die. He
Yeah.
turned into a white wizard, it says.
Yeah,
No.
did, and then he showed up to overthrow Sauron.
Gandolfini the Grey.
Gandolfini the Grey, yeah.
Yeah, he died last year.
Yeah, 2013.
I'll tell you this
In
about
the
that
home
show.
country.
I would have broke off a piece of Carmella there for sure.
Word to snurb.
Yeah,
Camella?
she's a whore in Nurse Jackie.
Yeah.
She fucks everybody in that show.
Takes a
Not
lot of-
me,
Takes a lot of pills.
but I'm real. She does take a lot of pills. She's like my dream girl.
We should probably go to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get moving here.
You should really do a mulligan.
Redo it.
Redo it, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
just erase the entire
Yeah,
episode.
I've made a list of things that we're not going to say. AIDS.
Yeah, that's a bad topic.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, do
We should,
all of them.
we shouldn't weigh each other.
Yeah,
Just
definitely
wait.
do not weigh each other. All right, we should probably do that.
I knew that was bad radio, but I was really curious.
All right, we're going to go to a break, and then we'll be back to review The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. We are the world's greatest electroshock band, we destroy monsters, we drink booze, and we win championship belts. If you're not listening to Trick or Treat Radio, here's a taste of what you've been missing. There's 3 guarantees in life. What are they?
Death, taxes, and trick-or-treat radio every Friday morning.
This is one of the most convoluted movies I've ever seen in my life.
I'm fucking trying, man.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh, yeah.
It's like you took a shit on a pile of shit.
But you shit on him for liking what he likes.
Yeah, well, it's my job.
This podcast is now banned in Germany.
It's me, Giovanni Lamberto Radici.
Shut up. I call bullshit. I demand someone to bring me the face of Lindsay Lohan.
If I had genitals, I would definitely bang her.
Oh, wait. Is she a great big fan person?
You just hit the jackpot.
This is a weird movie, huh?
It had action, it had suspense, it had great characters, it had great acting.
I'm going to strangle you with my jockey shorts.
I don't like mobster movies.
All right, well, here's my take. You're a sick fuck.
Thank you. Now shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Have you ever seen 2001?
The box, right? The box and the monkey.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and trickortreatradio.com.
Arrivederci, douchebag.
Hey, you matzo heads. This is Larry Fine, and you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
Hello, darlings. It's your favorite whiskey-drinking, litigious, singing, dancing fantasy girl. Want to reach out to me and the world's greatest monster-hunting multimedia organization, the Deadites? Log on to Facebook/The Deadites. It's got all the info you need to follow the world's greatest monster hunting band, like live appearances, info on your favorite Deadite, music, and all the links you need to our new weekly multimedia and all our side endeavors. Too many letters on Facebook? That's okay, sugar. Just follow us on Instagram and Twitter @The Deadites. Hope to see you soon, and we'll leave the lights off.
All right, we have returned from break. We're going to review a film. You ready to review this film, MZ?
Yes,
We're going to review this?
We're going to
That's
review
not good.
this
We're going to re-review it.
film.
No, we've never reviewed this the first time. What?
Wait,
Why?
wait.
What, Tony?
Review means watch again, right?
Yes, we're going to watch it right now.
On air right now?
On air for
Okay.
everyone to see.
Yep.
We
You
may
ready?
as well.
It's
just go
going to
for it.
be a
Start it
live
up.
review.
Live review, yep.
Start it up. Hour and 45. That's exactly how much time we need to finish off the show. Let it roll.
Oh. All right, let me give you the rundown on this film. The Ghastly Love of Johnny X was from 2012. This film is not rated, and it is 106 minutes, It's classified as a comedy fantasy musical. I'd add sci-fi in there too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's weird that
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah, not fantasy.
Well, I think
No,
that,
I throw fantasy.
you know,
in there
you know
too.
what it is though. Like sci-fi gets like thrown around in a lot of things. And,
Yeah.
like it's not like
Yeah, but there's
generally
a spaceship
science
on the
fiction should
cover.
have some sort of basis in science, right? Like
Yeah, but I guess it could be looked at as a fantasy. Well, it's going to be part of the review that we're going to be doing, but
It's
Yeah,
MZ's fantasy.
Like I would say Star Wars, probably the most famous science fiction film of all time, right?
Not science fiction.
But that's mostly fantasy, right?
Yep.
yeah.
So
Yep. All
they
right.
tried to make it science fiction with like fucking throwing all the metachlorine in the pool and stuff like that, but
This film was directed by Paul Bunnell. It was written by Steve Bingen, Paul Bunnell, Mark D. Murphy, and George Wagner. And it stars Will Keenan, Creed Bratton, Reggie Bannister, Deanna Joy Brooks, Les Williams, and Jed Rowan as Sluggo. Everyone's favorite, right? And the synopsis we have here, this is a long one. I'm just going to give you a synopsis of the synopsis. A truly mad concoction blending 1950s juvenile delinquent, sci-fi melodrama, song and dance, and a touch of horror. Everything in just the right combination to create an engaging big screen spectacle. Stop right there. All right, so Ghastly Love of Johnny X. Anyone chomping at the bit to go?
I can go.
All right. Go, Dynamo.
I knew I was kind of in a bit of trouble right when the opening film score started, because this wasn't a film that was an homage to the science fiction films of the 50s. This was pretty much right down to like a couple of his custom shots aped multiple times in the film. This was an homage to the way that Tim Burton homages films from the 50s.
Yeah.
Right down, like the songs were written like kind of like Tim Burton songs. The score was just like that. The other guy who scores his films that aren't Danny Elfman, his name escapes me right now. It was fine, I guess. There was a movie in here I really liked a lot. Unfortunately, without giving any spoilers, I guess, it started... The movie I wanted to see started when the resurrection suit malfunctioned. And that's the last 30 minutes of this movie. And I liked, with the exception of one thing I fucking hated, and it's the only thing I hated in this whole movie. And it was a Dynamo style nut shot. That movie was awesome. That last half hour I thought was really good. I felt like the man with the smile was fucking awesome. I felt the Johnny X who had found his way was really awesome. Specifically the scene where he was going up the fake mountain. And he almost killed Soda Jerk. Like, I thought that was a much more interesting character, much more remnant of, a John Waters anti-hero, like Crybaby, than something that was, like, exactly on the nose for how those characters were. I think what this film was going for was to be politic in the same way that, like, the Lost Skeleton of Cadavra or A Dark and Stormy Night is. And some of that stuff just doesn't play. This also reminded me of a movie, I think it was called Slave Gods of Cannibal Island, maybe. We've talked about it on the show briefly. It was an homage to the Italian cannibal films. And that was not funny in the same way that this wasn't funny a lot of the time. Because
sorry, I think you're thinking of Isle of the Damned.
Right, thank you. Yeah, and it's because a lot of that stuff's not funny.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like rape, not funny. And that's why that Isle of the Damned didn't work. Cannibalism, usually not too funny. If you do it, straight. If you do that, the rape is the joke, that the cannibalism is the joke. In this, the joke was that
How do we get talking about rape in a movie that doesn't have rape?
in this,
Let's give everyone a fucking reprieve.
Yeah, in this, the main character, the joke was that these characters were kind of supposed to be stoic anti-heroes, but they weren't very good actors generally, so they just came across like Vulcans. That's not necessarily funny. That's not generally engaging. When he kind of shed that a little bit and became like acted a little more, Johnny X was a much more likable character. But Johnny X, the bully that didn't emote any energy, was just arduous to sit and watch. The character Bliss got 3 out of possible on a good day 5 or 6 loads in its 90-minute running time as I was watching it.
Wait, which one?
Bliss.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I jacked off about her a few times while I was watching this. She was real foxy.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't get that on the GGJMC, do you? How many times Will and Sammy beat it off during the movie? Yeah, so there was stuff I liked in here, but it was literally all crammed into the last half hour. I felt like the songs were pretty good, but in the musical numbers themselves were pretty good, but they were really... It was like they were hoping that it was another Tim Burton thing that he was hoping we didn't notice that he stole, because musical numbers aren't like kind of the du jour of like Ed Wood or any of his throwback stuff like that. So I was not a big fan of this, I guess, is the end all be all. It had a lot of potential, though. It just, when you're doing a film that parodies another genre, you have to make sure that stuff that's unintentionally funny is funny when you do it on purpose. And in this case, it just wasn't.
All right. MZ, you want to go next?
Yeah, it's a real damn shame to see a film like this become the final film of a really good actor like Kevin McCarthy, who was in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Twilight Zone the movie. I'm going for genre films here.
Yep.
And also, of course, everyone's favorite UHF.
Word. Disturb.
Yeah, so for his career and his life to end after this film, it's a real depressing thought.
And a waste of a life, quite frankly.
I won't say it's a waste of a life. It's a waste of his time, I think. Well,
what, he was there for probably 45 minutes?
Yeah, he was there for maybe a day, if that.
Right. Yeah.
But still, I mean, when you're 90 years old, you don't have that much time left. You want to spend it doing something,
Wait,
worthwhile.
how old was he when he filmed this?
Huh?
Was he 80-something when he filmed this?
I think he was in his 90s.
Jesus Christ, wow.
I think. Yeah, because I think the guy was like in his late 60s, early 70s when he did UHF.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So
Weird.
I think
Crazy.
the guy was in his 90s when he did this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, I could see where they were going for, and Dynamo's right, the Tim Burton effect is definitely there. The score, I felt, was heavily Danny Elfman inspired. Everything about this film was inspired by something else, and including like the character that Paul Williams played, Uncle Quilty. That I just hated that name. It just drove me nuts, and I hated the character.
He might have been my favorite part, actually, Uncle Quilty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just hated everybody in this movie. I think
even Reggie Bannister.
I've never been a big Reggie Bannister fan.
Oh, okay.
Wow, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
As a huge Reggie Bannister fan, though, I feel like all he really did is waste time in this. Like, he didn't really have much to do.
Yeah,
He was supposed to be comic relief a little bit,
But he wasn't.
Yeah, that's the
He
problem.
he didn't have any gags. He just kind of stood around.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like everyone was bored and not everyone knew what they were doing there. I mean, I'm watching the film, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, you got some song and dance numbers that don't amount to shit. I think the songs were terrible. In a film like this,
granted, you're not a music guy, so
no, I'm not a music guy, but I know what I like. And I mean, if you're going to do a parody of something, you got to make it, good to the ear. It's got to have a good rhythm, and you could dance to it. And
like Eat It.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And none of these songs. It seems like I think because of the budget of the songs kind of fell flat. I think if it had a bigger budget, or maybe even talented actors and actresses who could actually sing, it could have been something better. The story itself was just so convoluted. There was just so much going on, but yet so little to do with it. It's I don't know. It just all of a sudden fell flat to me. It didn't make any sense. And the film stock that was used, apparently, I guess, was the final the final Kodak this type of film stock. So they don't make this stock anymore. Not that makes any much of a difference.
That's true. It was the last film made with
trivia,
this. Yeah.
Yeah. And not that matters to my review or anything, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. The acting wasn't that great. Will Keenan, I think, man, I'm really on the fence with him because he's a trauma vet. He did Romeo and Juliet. He did Terra Firma. He did a couple of other trauma films, and he's very good in all of them. In that capacity, in that environment, the trauma environment. This is the first film that I've seen Will Keenan in outside of that trauma environment, and he's an okay actor at best.
Yeah.
I just think.
Well, you're surprised coming from the films that he came from. That's like fucking putting Sandman in the ring with Ricky Steamboat and thinking he's going to recreate WrestleMania 3. Like, you can't put one of those trauma guys in the middle of a real movie and think that they're going to all of a sudden, like they were pretending to act bad in those trauma films.
Yeah, but I don't see this as being a real film. This was just a huge waste of my time. I just hated everything about it. I hated the story. I hated the characters. I hated the music. I hated the dancing. I hated everything about this movie. Poor Kevin McCarthy, his time is wasted, and Paul Williams, his time is wasted, and I honestly, I kind of like zoned out after like the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I was like, what the hell am I watching? I don't know what the hell I'm watching. It's like, it just didn't carry anywhere. It just felt flat. It wasn't even shot very well either.
All the super competent shots were stolen directly from Tim Burton. That kind of out of focus shot of the stage where it pans down towards the stage, that's Burton. The shooting the narrow room from up and above, like how they were shooting the diner, that's Burton.
Yep.
Like it's just not. It was copying making a movie, not actually making a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to mention the fact I never really cared for this style of these style of characters anyway. That 50s leather jacket, with the hair slicked and the whole thing. Not so much as far as
Did it remind you of people that picked on you?
No.
I thought you liked Grease.
I love Grease. But this
those are those people.
No, right. I understand that, but see, I love
Sandra
that movie
D
because I watched it when I was a kid. I watched it when I was a kid, and I loved it when I was a kid, and I still love it. But
then something happened.
Yeah, I got AIDS. No, I looked.
Jesus.
No, I watched this movie. I watched this movie with these eyes now, and I'm like,
with these eyes.
These eyes. I'm watching black and white movie.
Yeah. Turn
that have seen so
around.
much.
Every time I look, I see Kevin McCarthy, and that dude is like 90. Turn around. Every time I look, I see Paul Williams, and he was in the Muppet movie. And around AIDS eyes. AIDS eyes. Every now and then I fall apart, and I steal movies more than ever. But I really did like Grease, because I like Greases to the end of the line. When they're singing dancing Greases all of the time. All of the time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. We've been watching a lot of shitty movies anyway. I hope the shitty movies stop tonight. I hope the shitty movies stopped. When I was a kid, I used to watch Grease, but that was before I got AIDS. I hope I get Magic Johnson juice and I don't fade away. Turn around, AIDS eyes.
Oh my God! Wow. I'm gonna stop recording right now.
Who's next, John?
Rocky says I'm fucking sterile now. MZ, do you have more? Or is that it?
Nah, that's it, man. I was just really disappointed with this film. I mean,
Did you have high expectations?
I did. I did.
Why?
Because it was a parody, like the Lost Skeleton of Cadavra, you know, where it's a throwback to 50s, like an Ed Wood style type, or Ed Wood, like a Tim Burton sort of thing. But it's like this is like a poor man's Tim Burton, just like Will Keenan was a poor man's Johnny Depp. You know,
whoa,
this is
not like Ravenshadow.
Hey.
Captain Jack Skellington over here.
Yeah, once again, I got photos in the back. I had that look before Captain Jack. I did.
Yeah,
so you were a gay pirate before Johnny Depp was a gay pirate.
No, so I didn't care for this at all.
I gathered that from when you said you hate the songs, you hate the actors, you hate the story.
Yeah. Well, I got to close it out somehow.
Did you have high expectations because it had 2.5 stars?
Mine had 3 stars, which was weird.
It's got 5.6 on IMDb.
That's 5.5 too many.
All right, Ravenshadow.
All right. Who was gentleman from UHF?
Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Snoop. That dude's fucking shit, and he's wearing a Devo helmet.
Yeah. That might have been the only cool thing about this film.
And
Kevin McCarthy in a Devo hat.
And the minute I saw it, I'm like, this isn't going to be fucking serious at all. I kind of like that he banished, Johnny X, kind of like Jor-El and Zod in one. And then...
And they were aware, too, because they made a Superman reference later on.
Yeah.
They were aware of what they were doing.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, is that fair? Did you get that too,
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yep.
Guilty. And at best, I would say this movie would be an Evil Streaks video meets Crybaby. At worst was the actual hour and whatever the fuck running time.
It's important when you make a comparison to actually have a comparison on the other end of that formula. You can't say, this is like if this meant this. This is like if carrots meant ice cream at best. And if it's worse, it's like, I don't ever know whatever at the end.
Mambaleo. Trick. You know, the black and white was fine.
Yeah.
You know, no one stuttered. I didn't. It was good. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. How was the movie? Well, no one stuttered.
I'm gonna get you a Devo hat, fucking mongoloid.
You didn't see a boom mic in the background, you know.
You ought to have.
You should have. Yeah, I mean, I gonna echo MZ and the DM. You know, I got fucking bored.
The Dungeon Master.
The Dungeon Master. I was rolling D20s to keep myself entertained. I was updating my website. I read the all new X Factor by Peter David. You know what I mean? And Johnny, I love you. You know, I like you a lot. But what the fuck?
I didn't make this movie.
You picked it.
No, I didn't.
Didn't?
Who did?
I picked it.
Oh, God.
Well, here's
we
the thing.
both
I
picked
saw
it.
I saw what the other option was, and like not to steal your bit, but I panicked. and I panicked, and then I saw that Johnny texted me something that I thought was going to redeem it, and then he told me what the director who made that made. Then I really panicked and wanted to do anything but watch that movie. So I will say, without seeing that movie, I'd still probably rather watch this movie.
Really? Yeah. I mean, the songs just kept going on. I don't know. Like I was watching Sin City. You know, I just didn't fucking care, man. I didn't fucking care. And yeah, so stay tuned for when we give our rating. But
All right.
I'll tell you what the over and under is going to be.
Yeah.
And he wore a mask and he got a job.
Tiny, why don't you go ahead and talk about this?
Okay. There were parts of this movie that I didn't hate.
But you broke your TV when you watched it originally.
Exactly. This time around, I will not listen to musical numbers in a movie like this. I can't do it. It makes me very angry in the same way that like hearing like Margaritaville or something makes me want to start killing old people.
Do you not like musicals? Have we talked about this before on the air, I mean?
What's that?
You not liking musicals?
I don't mind musicals. It's just there's a certain, I don't know, it's like the jazz hands thing. It's when it takes itself too seriously as a musical, it starts to rub me the wrong way. And this kind of did that. Like, it started off like when they were snapping into the diner and everything. I was just like, all right, I'm going to give this a second.
Nuts.
I'll give it a second. And then I put my foot through the TV. That was last time. That's as far as I got.
So this was the same movie?
Same movie, yeah.
Okay.
So on my first watching, that's how far I got, and I was down like $800 for a TV.
Sure it wasn't Grease the first time?
I do recommend watching this on a big box TV just in case.
I feel the same kind of same way about Grease. It makes me want to hurt people when the musical numbers come up. So that's my feeling on that, and I'm not going to change who I am. I'll murder the whole world before I change that. That's how I feel. I feel strongly about that.
Yeah, apparently.
So I forwarded most of the musical. I listened to like 5 seconds here and 5 seconds there of the musical numbers just so I made sure that I kind of got the gist of what the hell they were singing about. But man, it made me very angry.
You kind of forwarded through the best part, I think, almost.
It depends if you can stomach it or not. I'm telling you, I literally have like a physical reaction to that makes me want to injure people. And I live with like my wife and children. It's like not a good combination.
I understand what you're talking about, man. They started that snapping shit, and I just nearly wanted to puke.
I don't know, like
it turns my stomach. That whole shit.
What about West Side Story? Does that turn your stomach?
I've never seen West Side Story, but I know of it, and that would just drive me up a goddamn wall.
So let me get this straight. You don't like films about greases, but you love Grease.
It's a generational thing.
Did you like The Outsiders?
It's a generational
Pony Boy?
thing.
You like Pony Boy?
I've never seen The Outsiders, but it's
Wow,
it's a generational. Shut up. It's a generational thing. Yeah. It's a generational thing. I loved Grease because I saw it when I was a kid. I see things with a more discerning eye, and I notice things. What are you laughing at?
Probably the same
Go
thing.
ahead, Tanya. I apologize.
Of all our listeners on discerning eye.
I can't tolerate the musical numbers. I don't know what it is, but it's totally not my bag. So when they came up, I just said forward. And occasionally when I did watch some of the Green-Eyed Monster thing when dude was doing
that was fucking awesome.
When Creed Bratton, is that the guy's name? Yeah, when Creed Bratton was doing his thing, that character like went a long way to carry this movie. Like he actually acted the shit out of that role, even though his makeup effects were pretty bad in high definition on a big screen. But they were bad makeup effects in high definition on a big screen in perfect focus. Like the technical aspects of this movie, I really can't say anything bad about them. The framing was good. The amount that they mixed up the types of scenes that they were filming was good. That wasn't, you got your close-ups, you got your long shots and stuff like that, but it mixed it up enough to stay interesting. Like they definitely kind of treated the black and white film well, I thought. So whoever was doing cinematography, whoever the DP, right, and the cinematographer did a pretty good job on this, I thought.
Hey, pardon me for 1 second, Tiny. Could you guys snap your fingers again for a minute? MonsterZero, did you hate this PSA?
Fuck
When you tell 2 lies, it turns to another. When you tell 3 lies, another. Did you hate that one?
Brother, you're in trouble up to your ears.
Like, I don't mind, like, music, like the Tough Bretts from Flight of the Conchords, right? You guys remember this?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
He had his gang, right?
Yep.
Like,
Second best gang in TV history.
it's not just musical numbers that bug me. In fact, I love Flight of the Conchords, and I love when they break into musical numbers because it's good and it's awesome and, like, it's in the right spirit. I just didn't think that these were in the right spirit. Like, when people are directed to act like they're acting, it bothers me. You know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of these musical numbers are. It's just like, wow, now get like your jazz hands on and get like really dynamic and like really like work the audience. Just like, fuck off. You know, I just want to watch a fucking movie with a plot and some dialogue and shit like that. Like, I'm not on the Las Vegas Strip. Like, you don't need to entertain
Watching
me
somebody
that way.
jack off.
Watching Gene Simmons jack off. Yeah. What was the guy? Who was that? MZ?
Say again? Oh.
Was it Gene Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
No, Gene Simmons wasn't masturbating.
No,
That's someone
no, it was some other dude, but he wasn't dressed like Gene
right,
Simmons. It was
right.
Those are two different people.
I suspect Gene Simmons has so much money he probably doesn't masturbate. He probably has a greased midget come in and jack him off.
That's a really, it's a good question. Do you ever make so much money that masturbation just becomes extinct?
No.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's take a quick poll.
A quick poll.
I can't imagine.
No.
Like, it's tough for me to go through this 3 hours without jacking off. Like, I can't.
God damn it.
What if you had like $5 billion in the bank?
Like, what would I do instead, though?
I
Like,
don't
jack
know,
off on money?
Just have sex with a prostitute.
Jack off
Just have
on
sex
money.
with a prostitute or a girl that wants to be around you and getting you off for money.
Or a midget.
Or a midget. And whatever you want. You could have sex with a goat. You could have sex with a pig.
Whoa.
You could fly to a country and have sex with
Whoa.
something that's
I
illegal.
often find myself in
have sex
situations
with a
where I
snake.
realize that
That's not
I
instant
might be the
gratification.
only one in the room that still has sex. Like, everybody else
but you
talks about it so
masturbate, like, 30
longingly.
times a
Yeah,
day.
but-
Yeah,
This
but
is what
that's
I'm-
because
but
that's
does
because I like no one does it better than me.
Yeah, but does he?
That's why I get a rest stop named
That's
after
really
you.
that's a good endorsement for your special lady friend.
Hey, I've had lots of special lady friends, and nobody does it better than me. Hey, she blows me better than I can blow me.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a visual I'll never get out of my head.
but not better than MonsterZero blows me.
Yeah.
Speaking of what Wayne
Does anybody have any Lavoris?
So, yeah, anyway, back to the movie. There were-
Wait, Ledger says I've never wanted to go back to the review before. Funny.
Nice. So there were some parts of this movie that were kind of funny, like just a little bit. But unfortunately, this whole movie was supposed to be funny. Like even the parts that weren't funny were supposed to be kind of funny. Like Lost Skeleton of Cadavra, there was no real comedy in that per se. It was just really funny because they were being extremely serious in doing like a clever parody or satire on that 50s sci-fi stuff, right? They were never like, oh, let me crack a joke here. This movie, they were fucking cracking jokes constantly, like just doing stupid, silly shit for a laugh. None of it was funny to me. Like it just simply wasn't. You know, like even when, like in the review, like when his face was falling off and stuff like that, or the interview, whatever. That when that kind of stuff came up, the gag stuff, I was just like, fuck, no. But the idea, like Dynamo said, there was like the idea of a movie here. I think if they just played it closer to the hip and just played out the plot, like they set up the plot, this guy gets, banished from this planet because he's a bad boy or whatever. He has a human father or whatever, and like he's going back to find him, and like this is a pretty decent plot. Like you have a good sort of like 50s sci-fi kind of like spoofy sort of deal getting set up here, but it just didn't carry at all. I mean, you talk about fluff in a movie, there was probably in this hour and 40 something, there was probably fucking over an hour of fluff, I would say. Just stuff that wasn't necessary. And when you cut it down to that, there's no movie there. So minus the musical numbers. I mean, this movie has every right to be a musical.
Sure.
I'm not going to fault it for that. I'm not going to love it because it was a musical, but at the same time, I'll watch a movie with music in it with a musical number in it. And if they do it right, that's fine. I mean, look, Nightmare Before Christmas has musical numbers throughout the whole entire thing, and I love it because it's awesome.
It's good music.
This has musical numbers through the whole thing, and it's awful.
Yeah.
Because the musical numbers aren't good and they're not funny and they make me fucking angry because they're just written poorly.
To kind of like illustrate your point more in a different way, as a writer, if you kind of break down the trajectory of this story, of what each part of it is, literally every part of this before that machine malfunctions is pretty much prologue. And that's the first 45 minutes of this movie. You know, it just doesn't, like, all it does is kind of introduce backstory of stuff. And then the movie starts when the dead rock star runs amok, and then it ends 20 minutes later.
Yeah, it was a little bit more meat than that, I think, because I was cramming it. I think it was maybe 45 or something like that when he came back to life. Somewhere in that neighborhood. But these long, like, even, like, I love Reggie Bannister. Like, I was stoked that he was in this movie. It was at least some anchor in this movie for me to, like, kind of, like, stay with it. Even though they didn't do much with him. But he had a freaking shitload of screen time for the fact that he wasn't moving the plot along or anything. Man, he must. How much screen time did this freaking dude have? He had at least a half hour.
He's so fucking great too. Like, why doesn't he get more work in general?
Yeah, definitely.
He's
I mean,
phenomenal.
he is him.
He's been
down
great
to, like,
in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah, I mean, he's him, like, right down to the ponytail and the like, bald head and ponytail and everything that I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
But
he was great in Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, he's awesome, definitely. So yeah, but these scenes where they're just like chewing up film with him like talking to the like rocker guy, it's just like, what movie do you think you're making? Like, you just turned this into a fucking drama, and a second ago you were doing like a silly musical number. Just like pick a movie or it's not going to work out. And they didn't, and it didn't. Yeah, so but I mean, super rocking with the super hotness. Diana Joy Brooks, Bliss in this,
so fucking hot.
More than a passing resemblance to Miss Matrix in my book, I would say. Very like striking blue eyes, although they didn't come across in black and white.
Wow, that makes sense. Why I,
yeah, similar build, like she's she's not, she's soft, but she's got some muscles, like. Looking good,
Good
and
hits.
Kate Maberly, I felt like a pedophile until I found out she was like 28 or something when she filmed this. She looked like zero in this.
15.
But so cute, so cute.
Did you watch that film and that Chris guy came busted in? Why did you bring beer and condoms to this?
Exactly. Excuse me, why is your penis in your hand? I'm in my own fucking house right now, dude. Watching a movie. Get out.
Trying to watch The Lost Boys. What the fuck?
Sorry.
To catch a masturbator.
Oh shit!
I'd be on that one too.
I hate that show.
Shit. So yeah, like we said,
that sucked when I was on that show. Anyway, it was terrible.
Oh yeah.
You know why we're here, Mars? That girl was 18. We're talking about that boy. He was young.
You know why we're here? Yeah, did you bring the Hepkins?
Jesus.
Hanson, ShamWow.
So there was a skeleton of a movie here, but there was no meat on it at all. It just like I said, there were parts that
was
made
it Captain Jack skeleton?
Yeah. You know what? One thing, this is real nitpicky, but one thing that really put me off on this, and maybe it could be excused by saying he's an alien, it was just like a whatever. His fucking jeans, the cut of this dude's jeans. Did you guys notice this?
No.
Really, really shitty, lame cut.
Yeah,
it looked like
I
he
did
like
notice,
literally took
actually.
them right off like the like dad jeans,
like
rack at the store and like rolled up the cuffs, and that was that.
Like Maurice the
Like
Pants
this-
Man, dungarees.
Yeah, totally. Just
school.
like not, I don't know. Like again, like you kind of have to point to the, what do you call it, the costumer or whatever. But yeah, just no, not in black and white. Like and it just didn't work for me. Anyway, there were but just to reiterate one point, I do think this shot on film was lit nicely, was technically very, very good. So there was something here. You know, if somebody can tolerate these shitty musical numbers, and there are a ton of people that can, there's something here.
Well, let me give some facts first because you guys obviously covered a lot. I think I like this film better than anyone else here, but this was, as MonsterZero pointed out, this is the final film ever to be shot on Kodak's now discontinued 35mm black and white Plus-X film stock, which had been
Plus-X pocket camera.
which had been manufactured since 1938. So this is the
Plus-X. Nice, I know that. Sound fact.
Yeah, the very last film that will ever use this, and so now it is. I think it's in the Smithsonian. A copy of it exists there. Or I'm sorry.
This movie is in the Smithsonian?
No, I'm sorry, Library of Congress.
Oh, what the fuck?
This movie is in the Library of Congress?
Yes.
And UHF isn't?
Well,
There's
UHF wasn't the last
Yeah.
film to be made with
That's
this.
no excuse.
The Congress of the Cow.
Well, I mean that's a it's a it's a note that'll go down in history. It was the last film
No, that's true. I know.
ever to be shot on that.
Mhm.
I'm pulling this from, let's see, this is from RogerEbert.com. Obviously, he's not writing anymore. Unless he's a zombie.
You're a bad fucking dude. You really are. Like, you put the cock back in cocksucker for sure.
Why?
Huh? Because, like, oh, dead guy. Fatties. All the fatties on this show.
Yeah. Let's bring up the.
I'm 153 pounds, sons of bitches.
Rape and AIDS are really funny.
They can be if they're in the right context.
I was saying that rape was not funny.
Picture Porky Pig raping Elmer Fudd.
Oh, my God. George Carlin is rolling over in his grave right now. He's stealing his shit.
All right. Here's some more facts for you. So this film was released in 2012, right? Dynamo, what was your favorite film in 2012?
2012?
Yep. Joss Whedon's.
Under the
I think that was
Cabin.
that was my third favorite film in 2012.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking for give me the highest grossing film of that year.
The Avengers.
Thank you very much. Okay. So of all.
Oh, that was my first favorite film. I was thinking of Cabin. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Cabin in the Woods that you were Fisher for.
So of all 657 films released in U.S. cinemas in 2012, The Avengers took home the most money with over $623 million. So the funny thing is, The Ghastly Love of Johnny X took home the least amount of money in 2012. It grossed $117.
Wow. What?
I make more money than that just bringing back cans.
So
it made $117. Wow.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
That was that bar tab last night.
Let me find. There's where is it? So the reason it made that is because it actually won some film fest or something like that, and therefore it won a week of being shown in a theater. You know, so that's here it is. So in a fittingly strange way, America's least successful movie was a victim of its own success. The only reason Johnny X was shown in the theater at all was that it won the audience award at the Kansas International Film Festival, where its prize was a week-long run on a single screen at a single local cinema. Mm-hmm. Officially, that meant it had been released theatrically and entered in the same box office race as The Avengers. So
that was a tough year too.
Yeah. So two distinctions: it was the lowest-grossing film of 2012 in America, and it also was the last film ever to use this 35mm black and white.
What was number 2 and 3? Does it say?
No, it just says number 1 and 2. Number 1 and the last one. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. That this film has these sort of two historical distinctions attached to it. The review here is actually pretty good. The review is done by, let me give him credit, Scott Jordan Harris. I don't really read RogerEbert.com, so I don't know if he's a good reviewer or what, but he gives it a fairly good assessment, I think. But so I'll get to my thoughts here. I loved hearing the theremin in the first minute, and you guys know I dig theremin, and hearing that right away in the very beginning of the score, that kind of hooked me right away. And my first thought was it brought me back to those old school sci-fi films, because even if the Tim Burton like Mars Attacks or other films that he's done with like Plan 9 or whatever, not Plan 9, but Ed Wood. But those films, he definitely sort of did his own take on that style. And I actually I didn't think of Tim Burton at all when I watched this movie, but now that you guys mention it, I guess I can see it, but I didn't think of it at all while watching this. I thought the film, like Tiny said, looked great, amazing lighting. They filmed, the way it was shot was really well done. Everything was in focus. Everything looked really good. And I think on that alone, I was able to hang with it and really dig it because a lot of that stuff, because I was very impressed by the technical acumen of the the director of photography and the cinematographer and everything. One thing I'm actually really surprised that you guys were kind of bagging on this so much, mostly because this seems to me, I'm not going to say it's reminiscent of his comic books, but it's kind of reminiscent of.
You can say Mike Allred, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of some of the stuff that Mike Allred has worked on that's not comic books. Like
it reminded me of the movie that guy made based on his stuff.
That's what I was thinking.
Who made what?
I forget the director, but somebody made G-Men from Hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. That wasn't lost on me. Okay. I think that came on very early on. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, because I just felt that whatever they did, they created this. It obviously wasn't the 50s. I'm actually looking once again at this article on the review rather on RogerEbert.com, and the author here calls out and says basically like this movie didn't have a time. Like it referenced 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, and it's sort of all over the place. It didn't. So I don't know that it was set in a specific time. They never really said. But he says here the fashions are from the 50s, the cars are from the 60s. There's a rock star, the man with the grin, Mickey O'Flynn, who seems to come from the 70s. We're told he's a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was founded in the 80s.
I wondered that too.
Yeah,
but I think that's just sloppy, to be honest.
I don't know.
Although if he's supposed to be a 70s guy and then is old, then maybe it's supposed to be the 90s or even 2000s.
Well, yeah, and it also says the camera one of his fans uses to take a picture of him is clearly from the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think of this director just created his own. He basically cherry-picked from different times and created his own sort of world.
Which is also very Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton, or even like Mike Allred, which is what I thought when I was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I actually kind of like that. I like sort of cherry picking like these different things. Sometimes it gets lost on people because they're like, oh well, what the hell? When does this take place? Is it the 50s? Is it the 60s? And I think it just confuses people sometimes. But I don't know. I kind of dug it. And he also talks about how Chip, the soda jerk guy. He talks about how the drive-ins are now dilapidated, and he used to see double features here long ago before it was abandoned and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And if it was set in the 50s, then that's sort of the boom that like when drive-ins were at their height,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. There's a lot of different things. I don't think it's lazy because I think there's too much going on here for that to be. I'm not going to give them credit and say that they thought of like, oh, well, let's take this from the 50s, this from the 60s, this from the 70s, whatever. But I just think it was a concerted effort to just create their own sort of world and sort of cherry pick different things from different times. So I thought that created sort of an interesting environment. And whether it's Tim Burton, whether it's Mike Allred or whatever, I thought it created sort of an interesting setting. I didn't find the songs annoying, which is surprising for me. Like you, Tiny, I'm very well. Actually, not like you. I don't mind musicals, but I'm very particular about them. I know what you're saying, and I kind of don't like musicals that have, sort of where they stop. The movie sort of stops, and then it's all of a sudden just a music piece, and it's like taken out of the movie. It's like a separate thing, and I think they did that here. But I thought that the songs were okay, and I thought that they conveyed, the story fairly well. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, it didn't annoy me, which I was actually surprised. Let's see. So, yeah, I mean, I think the concept and the look of the film overshadowed a lot for me here, because I think it was just sort of a mediocre story. There was a lot of stuff that just, as it went on, was just like, like, I don't really know what's going on here, kind of dragging a little bit. But I think overall, I think I liked a lot of the technical elements of it, and I really loved the way it looked. It would look fantastic. And nowadays, we see a lot of films that are shot digitally, rightfully so. I mean, it's cheaper, and you know, and the medium has come a long way in the last several years. But you know, but it's really nice to see a movie that's shot on film, and this one looked great. Like, it just looked really nice. It was good to see it.
I mean, I'm telling you, on the big screen in HD, it was fucking good looking. It really was.
Yeah, I can imagine. That must look really fantastic. So, all right, well, why don't we go ahead and let's go to a verdict, and we'll see what everyone thought about it.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, let's go around the room, and everyone's going to tell you whether they thought it was a trick or a treat, and any final words they may have about it. Dynamo.
I wanted to like this a lot. When I dislike something, I'm going to try to... My new thing is I'm going to try to be positive, and I'm going to give you something to watch instead. This was brought up a few times. The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra is can't miss fun. This kind of film comes out of sort of the vein that Mystery Science Theater does, of parodying stuff that was so bad about films that were so bad they're good. But you have to understand why it's bad. Or why it's so bad it's good before you attempt that. And I'm not sure that these guys did. Through looking through this guy's short filmography, it seems like that this is kind of a shtick. So I won't. And he uses Reggie Bannister some, so I can't say I wouldn't check out something else he did. But I'm gonna have to call this one a trick.
Whoa.
All right, trick. MZ. We don't even need to fucking ask you.
Well, you know, it's weird because it's like, here's this guy, all right, the director, and it's like, okay, any original ideas that he has sucks. Any ideas that are derived from other films, be it whatever they are, they're obviously stolen. I will use that word, stolen, and parodied.
Homaged.
And homaged, okay, we'll use that too. And so this guy really doesn't have a single living brain cell in his body on how to
Jesus
on
Christ,
how to make a film right. I disagree with everybody's assessment. So at least I think it's everybody's assessment on how the film looks. It's centered nice, yes, but I think the film just doesn't look that good. Just because it's in black and white and just because it's shot today doesn't mean that it's par excellence. It's not. I just do not like the way this movie looks. I think the music just pisses me off to no end. And Tiny brings up a part that don't fucking do that, man. That fucking snapping, man. That, oh god. And kicking up the fucking the collar, the collar and shit. The collar. Popping the collar. Pop. Fucking. Oh. No, I can't. I just can't deal with it. No matter what kind of a genre film it is, you know. But I'll defend Grease. So, but no other film, you know.
Like a true Spartan.
Thank you. And and so no, this is definitely a trick.
Ravenshadow.
Yeah, you know, there's like about 5 musicals I like in no particular order. Here's the list. It's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There you go, booyah.
The South Park, the musical.
Les Mis.
Kids, the musical.
No, whatever the fuck. Cabaret all day till the fucking Nazis show up. They've ruined everything 'cause it's all chicks and banging for the first hour and a half. What's the other one? Fucking.
You should watch The Wicker Man. That's
they singing
that's,
that?
that is,
Cannibal the Musical. It's in the title.
Cannibal the Musical, yeah.
This one don't really give a fuck. Trick.
What do you think of the way it looked?
It's
do you
pretty.
even fucking care?
No, it's nice. It was black and white. It was fine black and white. Kind of popped on the color
Fucking
palette.
racist.
Nah. It was like, opaque and Nubian.
Opaque and Nubian.
Eggshell. And eggshell obsidian. That's how I shoot.
Eggshell and
It's actually-
obsidian.
It's funny. It almost reminds me of the whole, shitty movie and the final one to have be on film. It's kind of like the Mark Bellhorn of movies. Who had, led the league in strikeouts.
Like
but also
5 of our listeners probably get that.
led the league in walks.
Thanks.
A Mark Bellhorn reference.
Yeah.
I love Marky Bells.
Rocky says, I have never loved Ravenshadow so much as I do right now from that list. Wait, then he speaks again. And Ledger says, fantastic. I think he gets the Bellhorn reference.
Oh, here you go, Ledge.
Ledge?
He's still gonna rape you when
Yeah.
you see him.
Shit. He didn't name that. I think he might want to
Is that
hurt
it?
me.
You done?
Yeah, did I say Trick yet?
You said Bellhorn. Is it Bellhorn?
Is it Bellhorn? It's Bellhorn or Poppy. Which one is it?
I got a Bellhorn autograph I can't wait to hang up over at the Shadow Cabinet. So Trick.
All right. Tiny.
Fuck this movie.
All right. Say it. Make it
Trick.
official. All right. Trick. I am going to be a dissenting voice. I'm going to say it's a treat. I'm going to say that because I think the technical aspect and the way it looks, I think that overshadows the Ravenshadows the mediocre story. And I didn't necessarily think it was a bad story, but I just felt it sort of stumbled along the way, and there was some
It
cool.
wasn't a bad story. They
No.
just didn't fucking tell the story.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
There was some cool stuff. I liked the resurrection suit. I liked a lot of I thought some of the effects, there was very minimal effects, but I thought the effects were pretty good. I thought the set pieces looked good. Like, I don't know if they're all legit. Like, I mean, I don't think they were CGI. I thought the set pieces, especially that one at the end where like the sort of rock, they're on the mountain or whatever, I thought that looked real good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I think for like a throwback, I mean, it's not like, I think like Dynamo said, it's like saying you like punk music because you're a fan of Green Day. You know, like they're sort of aping that from the people that influence them, and then people tend to think that that's punk music. So I think in a way this is sort of like, the director Paul Bennell, like this is his interpretation of some of the people who've interpreted those 50s and 60s sci-fi movies. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. And so, yeah, I'm going to say it's a treat. It's not a phenomenal movie, but I think if you liked that stuff and you want a bit of nostalgia and, you want to see, the last film that was shot on 35 millimeter black and white Plus-X film.
What a way to go on top.
That's right.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah.
It's in the Library of Congress now.
The Raul
so.
Julia of fucking film stock.
Yeah, maybe that's why they got it. They got it like real cheap because nobody wanted it.
Hey, we're just gonna throw this away.
Yeah.
You want to film something? You should watch Grease 2.
Yeah.
Remember Grease 2? He's
Yeah.
a boy.
Yeah,
Maxwell
Lorenzo
Coughlin.
Lamas.
Oh, no, he's in 1.
Oh,
He's
that
in
was
1
even
and
greasier
2.
than the first one.
Was he in 2?
He's in part 1 and 2. Yeah.
We should fucking review that.
His skin's like rawhide.
It's fucking sexy, right?
like a football.
Yeah. All right, so there you
So
go.
just one thing in closing.
Yes.
I think what I don't like about this, I know we already been over it, but what this movie severely lacked was dynamic. Right, there was no high and low points to this movie at all.
Exactly.
Even if they just like when he put the resurrection suit on, the big like fucking deal, like it was such a big deal that him giving it back at the end is what like redeemed him, right? But it's just like he just comes fucking walking on the scene with it, like, oh, I got the fucking suit on now. Like, talk about just like not taking advantage of what you're setting up. Like, you set this thing up to be a real big deal, And then he just fucking walks in like it's a freaking JCPenney
Yeah.
on sale,
Yeah, you-
like
Right.
two-piece suit.
You just don't give a shit about any
Right.
of these characters or what their fates are. You just
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
dynamic
The,
at all.
the story is not strong enough.
Yeah.
It's missing a lot.
Plus,
I
went one way and then went another way. Like it looked like they were building Johnny X to be like,
it zigged and then zagged.
yeah, exactly.
I think they almost could have pulled off like a Repo Man sort of deal with the thing in the trunk. Like there was just dynamic to that.
Yeah.
They let the characters act, and I think the huge problem is that the director didn't understand how to create dynamic, how to create high and low points in the movie. That was my big problem, and the musical numbers weren't high points in this movie. I think the closest it came to having dynamic is when what was the characters anyway? Creed Barton's characters. What the Creed Bratton character? What was his fucking name? The '70s singer, the zombie guy.
The Grin, Mickey McFinn.
Mickey O'Flynn.
Yeah, exactly.
O'Flynn.
When his character came back to life and was truly resurrected and started singing his own song, that was the closest that this movie actually had to having any heart.
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
and it was just so brief.
I actually
so
didn't.
brief.
I actually forgot about this in the review. I forget to make a note of it, but I didn't like when Sluggo sort of switched sides. Like it was like, okay, now it looks like Johnny X is the heel, and then all of a sudden, like he sort of switches sides.
Well, that's kind of a thing that's of these
Yeah.
films too. Like kind of like. I mean, these films were 6 reels and we're out, right? Like it wasn't a matter of like, so you get halfway through the process and it's like, well, we got to do something to get another reel in here and get to the end of the picture.
Yeah, or the guy's just going to be an asshole and then end a movie.
Right. So it's just a matter of like that was just another thing that didn't work because they didn't understand why it was funny or not funny.
Yeah.
Kind
of suffered from the same thing that Dear God. Did you mention Dear God No earlier?
No, but that's another good comparison.
Kind of the same deal. It's kind of like, like we understand, like you're influenced by those movies and you like them, but you didn't make one.
Yeah. Dear God, no!
One thing I will say, one thing I did like about this movie, and I realized that I'm opening myself up to criticism because of who I am. I think there are fundamentally some themes and stuff that are just kind of lost in movies now because they are very similar now to how they were in, when Hollywood and the B system were just kind of a movie meat grinder, just fucking putting shit out. It's very much like that now, again. And there are basic, like, humanitarian themes that are kind of lost in movies now. And they're lost in society in general. And I think, like, they're very basic things that you just don't see anymore in movies. Especially you don't see them delivered as plainly as this doesn't belong to me.
Yeah, no shit.
Right?
Seriously.
So like I did find that charming because I think that that's something that's the matter with Hollywood, the matter with media, which in turn I feel, as in my opinion, media and religion are the two things that affect society the most in the world, in my opinion. And because media is so vacuous in its morality, like I think society has become. And I think that, it's nice to see those basic, humanitarian, treat each other good themes in a movie, even if it's not a good movie. So I did like that. That's my spiel.
All right, so next week.
But nobody here gives a shit because they're all pieces of crap.
Hey. May 31st. Lucky Dog Music Hall.
All right, well, next week is going to kick off the month of June. And so in June, we have 4 episodes for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow the listeners to select the films that we watch.
Ooh.
So we've had a bunch of submissions today. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go with the very first submission that we got. Because he's been bringing this movie up to us for months now. So
for years almost, really.
Maybe, yeah. So next week, we're going to take Mike Ledger's recommendation, and we're going to review Hawk the Slayer.
Oh, Snoop.
Nice.
Little Jack Palance.
Now we're talking. Yep.
Shit.
Pick up the gun.
There we go. And I think I have next week's picked out, but don't mention it. Let's hold off on that until next week.
Is it this next week's?
Maybe.
So we're not watching Hawk the Slayer?
No, you're watching Hawk the Slayer next week. The
Four
week
next
after.
week, the next week.
Well, yeah. So how many weeks is?
4.
Okay. I'm watching the top one or the bottom one.
Top.
All right.
I gave these guys a disc with 2 films on them, and Ravenshell's probably not going to watch the right one.
He's Hawk the Slayer.
He's kind of confused right now.
Hawk the Slayer.
It's upside down, Johnny.
Is the fucking
So
shit.
is that am I watching this one?
Shut up. So we will be watching Hawk the Slayer, starring Jack Palance. We'll be watching that next
Should
week.
we do that on the big screen?
Very good.
Shit.
That'd be awesome. Maybe the Sunday after the show.
I gotta go to a birthday party the Sunday after the show. For long time friend of the show, Miss Laura Wassel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Of this show or the Deadite show?
Oh, I don't know if she listens to this show.
Probably not.
I know the guy that's throwing the party has been on the show.
The big fan of TV shows. She
But,
enjoys programs.
All right, so we're going to watch Hawk the Slayer. Everyone continue to submit your films. We've had some great ones. Koop gave us a bunch
They were all very Koop.
Yes, they look very Koop.
Like the word, like what animal was it about was within 3 words of the synopsis.
Yep. And we've got some not so good ones. Isaac.
I rewatched, by the way, the fucking cat the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that is honestly how I think the inside of Michael Koopman's head looks.
Oh, cool. We have some 2 that just were recommended by our good friend Steven Scarlatta.
Oh, nice.
So it's Society and Brainscan.
Nice.
Those are.
Oh yeah. Both of those have piqued my interest in the
Oh my god.
Those could be good ones.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen Society?
Brian
Usna.
Yeah, Brian Usna directed. I know that. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
We should have
Society.
if we end up doing one of those, especially the one that looks like I hate I've never seen Brainscan because the slasher that looks like Rocky Dennis legitimately scares me. But especially if we should have Steven on if he's around. I know he's real busy with that thing coming out, but
yeah. Well, yeah, we should see about that. I'd like to pick one of these. So
yeah.
And then really, I guess that only leaves us one other one because I think we have next week's picked out. So there's one spot open. So get your submissions in on the Fib. Go to Facebook.com and do a search for Trick or Treat Radio if you're not already in the group. If you're not, add yourself, make a submission, or you could even tweet us. If you don't do Facebook, you can tweet at us at the Deadites. Let us know what your pick would be for us, and then we'll decide.
Mm-hmm.
But next week, Hawk the Slayer. There it is. MZ, you gonna hang out for a little bit, or are you taking off?
Yeah, I'm taking off.
All right. He's gonna take off. So why don't you say goodbye to the folks, and then we'll cut to a break.
Yeah, I'm out of here, and don't watch this movie. It really blew, man. Oh God. But other than that,
before we go,
I just want to say that I hope my AIDS goes away.
If anybody's listening,
yeah, if you have the cure, get in touch with MonsterZero, Green Inferno 80 on Twitter.
If you've been holding out for the right person, obviously
the right poster boy,
MonsterZero's on your list.
Wait, we need some felt fiction. When's that?
Hey, before
yeah, I forgot about that.
I got a break. Write some. Stick around.
Before we leave, can we go to the bathroom and could you weigh me again?
No.
Weigh you? Is that
no,
an euphemism?
Yeah.
No. None of that. I'm out of here.
All right.
I'm out of here, guys. So arrivederci, douchebags.
All right, we'll be right back.
Do you love a scary story? Do you love to dance? The Big Scary Monster Haunts at Midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electro-genre band, the Deadites. iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, CD Baby, and all other digital distribution sites.
Dear Trick or Treat Radio listeners, this is Sir Isaac. Every week I'll leave a message specifically designed to make this podcast worth listening to. And every week I do, you don't. Why the fuck not? Mercy Roulette, Tom C and I can't do all the heavy lifting around here, so I've decided you're all gonna start leaving messages too. Especially you, Renee. Here's how it works. Step 1. Go to trickortreatradio.com. Step 2. Click on the microphone icon on the right. Step 3. Hit record and leave a message. Tell them what you think of the podcast. Recommend a movie to review or a comic to read. I don't care what you say, just as long as you do it like your life depends on it. And it does, Mike. It does. So what are you waiting for? Go to trickortreatradio.com and leave a message. Tell them Sir Isaac sent you. Do it today. And remember, Bobby, sooner or later, you have to fall asleep.
Oops, this is one without the vocals, Dynamo. That's no good. We'll get to hear the lovely sounds of Ms. M.
That is no good.
Yeah. So we'll talk over
Well,
it.
that's our Depeche Mode cover.
Ledger says he's watching something called Machete Maidens Unleashed.
Yeah, that's the fucking bomb right there, Ledger. You can't go wrong.
What is it?
It is a documentary about the Indonesian film industry.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Which is put out. It's made by.
Is Virgins from Hell in it?
Nope. If it is, it's only touched upon. It talks a lot about the Blood Island films.
Okay.
And films like I think Slaughter. Not Slaughter. Hold on. But it just kind of talks about. It has a nice segment on Apocalypse Now because that came through and was like a big budget joint out there. Which was basically filmed out there because people heard that they were making essentially real movies for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise, Roger Corman. And this was good stuff. I highly recommend. I haven't seen them in years, but I really recommend the Blood Island trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Beast. They're fucking great. They were everything that is lurid about exploitation are in those films, and they were made so by the book. Like every frame, somebody we have to tie this woman to a tree, or she has to get sexually assaulted by a monster, or there has to be some blood, or it was really very much a formulaic thing, but it worked out. Eddie Romero, who was one of the big purveyors of there.
Oh, it's George's brother.
Yeah, no. Sid Haig pretty much made his career over there, and in some of my favorite films, that's where The Big Dollhouse and that stuff was made. So that's a terrific documentary. I watched a great documentary today too. I was supposed to be watching two, but I had to watch Johnny fucking X instead. So, but I watched Nerdcore Rising, which I recommend, which is about Sir Frontalot's first U.S. tour.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check both those documentaries out. But Machete Maidens Unleashed is probably my favorite documentary in years. John Landis is in it. It's terrific.
Cool. Check it out. All right. Well, let's talk about May 31st.
Oh shit.
The 3 for all. So if you are in driving distance or even fucking flight distance. I mean, we have people coming in from
Philadelphia,
L.A.,
mm-hmm. Santa Monica, somewhere
Toronto,
else
right?
far. I got
Canada.
Toronto. Yep. Outrageously far. Folks are coming in for this film, this show,
Yep.
and
most are coming in to try to stop it.
right, it's true. By the way, who wants to know the over/under of how many times I have to go back and delete posts because I wrote free for all?
What's the over/under, Ravenshadow?
Which is the good one? What? Never tell me the odds.
Okay. Ledger says, "Damn, if I only liked you guys more."
What the fuck, Ledge?
Ledge.
I mean, let's be honest. It's more so. This is going to be a great show if you're walking in the street for the first time, but who this show is really talking to are the people who were there at the genesis of these two great bands that went very separate paths, but were very true to their roots and very true to each other every step of the way. You know, Curtain Society would get a little somewhere, and despite the better wishes of their manager, Barry Dennis, would, you know, throw the Deadites a bone on a big bill. You know,
Whoa! You're just dropping a bomb there.
Whoa.
Barry Dennis used to be the manager of the Curtain Society.
You know, that's a bomb if, you know, you've never looked at Curtain Society's Wikipedia, I guess.
But there it is. There it is. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, we talk about the Deadites. You know, obviously we talk about the Deadites on the show because that's us. But and Barry Dennis is the evil manager who's trying to take over.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anybody's paid attention to our checks or our finances as of least, but spoiler alert, he took over. Like, things are bad around the crypt.
So is he still the manager for the Curtain Society?
No, he gave up trying to help bands he loved, and now is trying to destroy bands he hates. And Tiny confirmed with him today that the only reason we exist is because he masturbates too much. To Suzanne Summers.
That's becoming like a trend on this episode.
Mm-hmm. And this episode? But
people do it a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end,
chafing.
I mean, me and Tiny are 2/3 of the Freebirds of masturbation. So
yeah. Ledger says, and not a good trend. Yeah, as if he's not the worst purveyor of it.
Yeah.
You're the worst, Ledger. You have a permanent squinty look on your face from doing it so much.
There's a window with a view outside of Ledger's house that the window's so foggy all the time that people think the Hound is a Baskerville. But anyway, you know,
Ledger's shower has a restraining order.
To the previous comment about the Baskerville, he says it's true. It's sadly true.
Anyway, you know, through the years, the Deadites and Curtain Society have, you know, hung close, swap crew, swap members. And I will be honest, the way a good Deadite show is run, set up, booked, and put on that night, I stole that formula from Curtain Society. And I stole plenty from Curtain Society. When I wanted to sound as good as Curtain Society did, I went out and got the Curtain Society guy. So, you know, it's just a matter of it has been a love affair that has lasted since both bands' inceptions. In a basement in Leicester, Massachusetts, where some of the earliest shows of both bands. And it's just fucking great to come this way, that it's still a bunch of people that still love playing music, are still excited to play, and are celebrating, you know, 20 years of music. And fans who were there 20 years ago are fans who are coming from all over the United States now. It's going to be a very special night. It's going to be very emotional. It's going to be very fun. I am prone to hyperbole, but you can't, like, this show came together by accident. This was two different shows. Some scheduling stuff made me consolidate them into a show. And, you know, you're not going to get Deadites and Curtain Society all the time, so I'll never be able to book a show like this again. You know, like, you have to, you know, have a reason to have a show like this, you know. And because, quite frankly, the club wants it to be two shows because he knows that's two good nights that are going to happen as one.
That's the truth.
You know, that's so, you know, you have to do it when there's either a lot of money or no money involved. So it was really just the right happenstance at times. And I couldn't have got out of it if I wanted to. So really, this might not ever happen again. So I want it to happen every fucking day. So I'm not going to say it won't happen again. But this is a phenomenal show. Curtain Society does what they do better than anybody. And the reason that is, they do something that is uniquely Curtain Society. Mm-hmm. They take genres that don't... they take genres that go together very well and package it in a very almost arena rock sound and feel that makes it big. There's nothing dainty about Curtain Society, and that's something that's indicative to like dream pop bands and shoegazer bands and stuff like that. But for my money, Roger LaValle is a guitar god, and he makes it sound like there are 3 guitar players on stage all the time.
That's the truth. Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking phenomenal, and the rhythm section of this band is so incredibly dynamic that you just Curtain Society are the only shows that I dance at every time. I've danced at every single Curtain Society show I've ever been to, and I go to mostly electronic shows, and I seldom dance. But the rhythm section of Curtain Society and the groove that they lay out make me dance. Now, another band that it has a pretty good record for making me dance, but I won't say I've danced every time because I'm usually in makeup all the time, and I'm very excited that I'm going to see their whole set this time because they're playing a little earlier, is the phenomenal Teal. Mm-hmm. Teal isn't going to play with us forever because someday Teal is going to be too big for us.
Yeah.
So, get down there and see, and the funny thing is maybe he will come and play, but, because he's such a fucking terrific dude. But, like, at the end of the day...
John Walters come and wrestle NCW.
Yeah. At the end of the day, John Walters called some woman a pig on the internet today. It was awesome. At the end of the day, to see Teal at all in such a small venue is really a treat. Like, there's been occasions where this guy has gone from huge national events to show up at the Lucky Dog to play. He pretty much left South by Southwest to come play at the Lucky Dog. So you're gonna see it. It's he doesn't always bring his great guitar player Steve with him, but he is this time. It's gonna be great. So I'm very, 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 very excited. And then there's us, who this is a real weird show for us to pull back the curtain. There's a lot of going on with I won't go into details, but there's a lot going on in the lives individually of each Deadite right now that is making this a tough one. But I always feel that the tough ones are the ones where we rally together and fucking kill it. And I already kind of feel that unity right now for most of the band right now. Like, everybody needs this show. We are so anxious for this show to just do what we love, to just kind of emote who we are in our most pure way. And who we are. And listen, unless you're fucking one of us or seeing us live, those are the 2 ways I think to know us the best. And we leave it all out on the stage. I have played with cracked ribs. I have made decisions that I'm either going to go to the emergency room or play. I've played with concussions. One of our members of our band had a medical, a bad reaction to a medication, had a fucking seizure, looked like he had a heart attack, died basically in a Lucky Dog basement, it seemed like, and was up on stage by the 3rd or 4th song. Mm-hmm. Like, we love to be up there, and when we be up, we'll be up there no matter what. Something's happened to severely damage my throat, and the doctors were pretty much saying that it's probably in your best interest to not do this because you could damage it because we're not sure what's the matter. What they don't say is that I knew something was the matter in April, and they didn't believe me. So now it's that much worse now. Sometimes I lose my voice doing the show now, let alone singing. So it's going to be an interesting night, to say the least. But whether I'm, sound like Jack Palance and Hawk the Slayer because I'm whispering because I can't sing, I'm not trying to be sexy. I just lost my voice. I'm sure those 2 sexy ladies will take. They're not making it easy. But I'm sure when the time comes, those two sexy ladies will, take up the reins. Like, we love. And Tiny says he doesn't, he doesn't like to leave the house. But once he's fucking up on stage, you could tell he's there. He's giving it his all, and he loves to be there for you. We love to do this. We really, truly love to do this. We do it to a point where, though we could maybe do it more, that's for sure, we couldn't do it all the time like some bands. We couldn't go on a national U.S. tour because we wouldn't come out the other end. We just do so much. You hear a lot of pro wrestlers talk about B shows and A shows and what they'll do at an A show, and they won't do so much at a B show. Mm-hmm. We just don't have that level. We did as hard of a show in front of 15 people and a drunk midget in Rhode Island as we did in front of 1,500 people at the Palladium. We did as good of a show in front of 7 angry people, one of which was the owner that I put knees to in Billerica, Massachusetts, as we did at a 300, jam-pack ran out of beer capacity Lucky Dog Music Hall. Mm-hmm. We really love to play for you. We love to perform for you. We love to be here at Trick or Treat Radio. We love to hang out with you on the message, on the Fib. We really love it. And the reason we love it isn't because we like to hang around with each other, because I can assure you that's not the case most of the time. It is because we really love you. And this show is a celebration of a 20-year love affair between us and our fan base. And I think that, I've fucked more than one person that's coming from far away for these shows. And they probably hate my guts in real life. But the reality is they love the Deadites. And they love the Deadites because the Deadites' music is made to make you feel good. It's the soundtrack to it's the spoonful of sugar to make the inevitable end of the world go down easy. And for 20 years we've been giving you the soundtrack to fuck to fight to use as wrestling theme music. And on this night we're gonna probably bring you a pretty good array of songs from that history, and some slightly new arrangements of them as well. And I couldn't be more excited to share this special night. You're going to get 90 minutes of Deadites, 90 minutes of Curtain Society, a nice, healthy teal set, and an early bird set for Beaver McD versus Captain Insidious. And if that's not enough, my rock and roll girlfriend, Myra, is going to be hosting the event.
With who?
With 2 other noobs.
Hey.
With our own Michael
Nubians?
Ravenshadow.
Is that short for Nubians?
Yeah. Our own Michael Ravenshadow and my good buddy, the Rev, who's really a great guy. You're going to see a family give you something. The members of Curtain Society, I guess I'll speak for just Tiny and I, because we, obviously have been the only ones that have been there since the beginning. These are our brothers. These are people who we go way back with, that are probably the people who are closest with us outside of the Deadites in our family, maybe. And it's really a special night to happen, and I can't articulate how, I keep expecting my car to explode or the Lucky Dog to fall into the earth or something, because I can't believe this night is happening. I'm so excited for it. It all goes down at the Lucky Dog this Saturday. It's the 3-for-all, and named by our good buddy Mike Ledger. And it's going to be great, man. It's going to be I really am elated.
Get your ass to Mars.
Yeah.
Get your ass to Lucky Dog.
It's going to be great. I mean, and let's talk about the Lucky Dog for a minute. A lot of people bitch, a lot of people complain, but I love that building. I love that room. Some of the best times that I've ever had in my life has been in that room. And then if there's a day that it's gone, it won't be from me not busting my ass to fill it, every time the Evil Streaks play. Every time the Deadites play, every time Beaver McD and Captain Insidious play. And every time one of the Deadite side projects play. It is a rock club. I've been all over, and to some people rock clubs are the same, but anybody that sat in the ECW arena with me, like Johnny has, during shows, that's a different room. That's a different room because shit went down in that room. And the Lucky Dog's the same. How many 300-person rooms have the Rolling Stones just showed up and played? like Living Color. Like all these bands have just kind of gone through and fucking played, and it's a little watering hole. It's not like state of the art. It's not beautiful or it's anything else, but it's a room with history, you know. And a lot of great rock shows have gone there. And I'm excited that it's happening at the Lucky Dog.
Mm-hmm. Ledger has said in the chat room, if Dynamo promises to die on stage, I'll hop on a plane tonight and be there for the show.
You know, all fucking jokes aside, I used to think that people came to see, like, what's that crazy asshole going to do? But now I think that there's at least a small portion that's like, I think this is the time that he's going to die. Like, he was close last time. I think he's going to die on stage this time. So, you know, I won't promise it, Ledger, but it's never not a possibility.
It's a very, very realistic
I can think of 8 other people who are hoping.
So there you have it, folks. May 31st. You need to be there. If you're anywhere close, it's going to be a hell of a show. Right, Ravenshadow?
What the fuck? It's going to be the Shabash, isn't it?
What?
What?
Shabash, isn't it?
You know, our good...
It's good. It's a good thing. It's good. What the fuck are you going to do? What are you going to watch? You going to watch some Charms?
How are we supposed to know
Netflix?
that that's good?
You know...
Because I'm saying it's a fucking talking about deadites.
Evil Barry Dennis, the robot from the song Too Sexy for Robots.
Yep.
Like
They'll be there.
all these people have made it so there's not an excuse. Yeah. You know, if you want to be there, and you can be there, you can be there. Yeah. Like, you know, if you can't be there because you don't have the money, if you can't be there because you don't have the time to make the trip, I understand those things. But a lot of people just in their heads think that, like, well, that's there and I'm here. Well, there was a wrestling show in Easton, which is about, 5 hours away, and Wolfie and I were there because we love CHIKARA.
Oh, yeah.
And we wanted to be there for the big day. We wanted to be there to see my buddy Mike Quackenbush be named the new director of fun of CHIKARA.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to be there to see CHIKARA rally against the BDK, to rally against Jimmy Jacobs and his minions, to rally against Kizarny and his Odditorium, I think is how you pronounce it. Odditorium?
Odditorium.
Yeah.
Yep.
Capital ODD. And we did. So don't ever here's what I'll tell you, life's too short. Don't ever let just distance keep you away from having a good time or doing anything you want to do. Yes, we have responsibilities. Yes, there are financial constraints. We all have them, But if it's only the distance, don't ever let it, because it's like anything else. The journey is at least half the fun, and you get the experience of going somewhere and being somewhere. And if it's only proximity, if it's not money, I can't think of a better thing to take a trip out and come see this fucking kick-ass show, because I promise you, I'll work for you. I will get down for you, and everyone else on stage will. From top to bottom, there is an unparalleled work ethic on this set. So, if you can make it happen, because I will give it back.
And as we talk about, hopefully no one's going to die anytime soon, but the living legends, we have one was just brought to light the other day on the Fib. Someone posted it was Christopher Lee's birthday, 92nd birthday.
Yep.
That motherfucker is still kicking, and that guy is making metal albums,
right?
And
he's the
making
Terry
movies.
Funk of horror.
Yeah, like he is fucking incredible, and we're not going to have him forever.
Nope.
But I'm not even close to putting us in the same category.
Well,
as
you're not going to have
Lee.
me forever, though. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, this may be your last chance to see Curtain Society. Who knows? We don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to play again.
It is a modern miracle. When Dynamo's, my comic shop, shut its door after changing from Last Frontier to Dynamo's, it is a modern miracle for a comic shop, in most cases, to last as long as that comic shop did. I can tell you, in all the cities that I hang out in, that there aren't many clubs that have been around for as long as the Lucky Dog has. Mm-hmm. In both of his inceptions of the Cove, that's 50 years. Ridiculous.
We also live in a world when, if you're local to Necronomicon area, Tammany Hall closes doors.
Right.
So Lucky Dog is kind of last man standing.
Sure, or Ralph's. But I mean,
Ralph,
also that was because, the neighbors got sick of all the fucking stinky hippies at Tammany.
Well, true.
So
you don't find them at Lucky Dog.
What are you going to do, So
see bitches in leather.
Yep. it's nice, you know. So you know, get down. Johnny couldn't be 100%. You know, couldn't be. He's 100% right. He couldn't be wrong here. There's, you know, Christopher Lee, like, is innovating still. Still, he's not like picking safe roles. Like, he's doing fucking awesome things from Lord of the Rings to making metal records. Like, he's still relevant. Like, we are not legends by any stretch of the imagination, but like, you know, celebrate your legends while they're there. Like, it's something we take an opportunity to say every single time. We got to see, I don't know if Johnny knows who he is, but I kind of grew up watching Robbie Ellis wrestle, who is the new owner of CHIKARA, and it was awesome to be able to give him like a standing ovation again. You know, a local Rudo wrestler who was so good at what he did. You know, that kind of junior, you know, Ric Flair shtick. It was awesome. It was so good to see him in real life. Things, places, people, nothing lasts forever. And if you have the opportunity to see them, make it happen.
Make it happen, people. All right.
Did we ever get to? I don't think we know. We were talking about this yesterday. I don't think we ever got to see Terry Funk live, did we?
Not that I recall.
I can't think of a single ECW
Did
show
we
that
not
he was
see?
on.
Oh man, I'm drawing a blank.
I feel
could've
like we didn't
sworn
even
we
see
saw him.
Sabu that many times.
Well,
They're
we
both
definitely have
coming to
seen-
the show.
We
on
did see Sabu. We
the
did see
31st.
him. We saw
Saw
him
him
almost
break
knock
his
his head
jaw,
off.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, I know we saw Rob Van Dam a lot. I know we saw the Eliminators while they were Eliminators. But like, I feel like we didn't see Terry Funk a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't remember honestly. I thought I had at one of those shows, but maybe not.
Shane Douglas is, you know, that guy should play for the fucking Red Sox because the whole entire time we were watching ECW, he was hurt somehow. But you know, it was that was great. I'm excited to see King of Trios going to announce that
That's right, King
with
of
that
Trios.
with that great video along with a great thing about Rudo Resurrection.
That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff going on at CHIKARA Land. The only thing I'm not excited about is that it's in Easton.
Really? We wish it was in Philly.
Yeah, well, that was just, it's a great venue, and B,
Yep.
you can't beat the fact that, you know, like, you know, we went to the fucking Olive Garden after the show. You know, definitely it's more fun to be in.
I just like that I don't have to worry about my car getting broken into.
That's one thing we talked about. Like, I went with the robot to the show, and I was like, you know, she was like, "Is it weird? It's here." And I told her a true story. We were at Trios. We would be at the ECW arena for 3 solid days.
Yeah.
And I would eat at Burger King every day, even though there was a Boston Market only about 25 feet away from the Burger King, which was about 35 feet away from the arena. But that was 10 more feet that I had to go, that I was risking my life.
Right.
So like I wasn't going to do it. Like plus I had to cross a street, which is dangerous enough at all.
Yeah, my car did get broken into
Yep.
down there, and it sucked. So that's why I prefer the venue, obviously in Philly, the ECW arena. But I don't know. I like the area a lot better in Easton. Parking, you don't have to worry about parking. There's tons of it.
Oh,
so,
tons.
Yeah.
It's not even bad. I mean, it wasn't even bad to like stand in line.
No.
It's a little bit of an equalizer too. Like we got there a little later than I wanted to, and even though I wasn't very happy at all with the seats that I ended up with. Like I went as a fan this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no affiliation at all in this particular juncture, and you know, so I went and waited in line, which is something I hadn't done in the CHIKARA show in a long time, and but like I feel like if it wasn't for the expansion pack, which is, you know, lets people in the building early and to hang out and stuff like that, we would have been okay. Because unlike Philly, where people are there at like 10 o'clock in the morning,
right?
Like the gist of the line came after us.
Yep.
We were right at the corner. The line goes around a corner, and if it gets till its fullest, it'll go around the building again. And we were at the first we were at the first turn, so we were probably within the first 100 people in line there, and you know, it's a cool venue. I highly recommend it. And hey, from here we took Route 84 all the way. It looked like a wrong turn movie the entire trip. You know, busting through the Poconos, Dynamo and Fabio Frizzi. But it was, you know, it's not a bad trip. It's just, you know, they haven't quite. I mean, we were hanging out in Allentown and Bethlehem, so you can guess how fucking fun that is out there.
Yeah.
Happen in night spots. Makes where Ravenshadow's from look like New York City.
Hey.
Everything in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania was closed for Memorial Day or whatever we were. Every restaurant, like Cersei would tell me, like Siri, whatever the fucking whore that lives in my phone, his name was, is like, if there is a restaurant within 10 feet of you. Oh, yeah, closed.
You you can tell Siri to call you a nickname?
No.
She calls me Funk Delicious.
No, sir.
Yes.
Can we play that? Can we hear that?
How do I do that?
Hold on. Ledger's posted in the chat room. He said he saw Terry Funk in Fitchburg in '85, his senior year. Here, listen to this. Siri, what's my name?
You're Jesse, but you asked me to call you Funk Delicious.
Oh, smooth.
See?
The Funkadactyl.
No, Funk Delicious.
What's my name?
Insult here.
He's talking to his phone now.
I don't know who you are, but you can tell me. In Siri settings, tap on my info and
I don't know who you are. I've
But
been
you can
talking
tell me.
to you for the past 3 years.
But I don't know who you
are.
are.
You?
I don't know who you are. Stop touching me.
Ledger said you're killing him.
I don't know who you are, but your browsing history is disgusting.
I don't know who you are, but what's with all these midgets peeing on each other?
You know what? Let's take a real quick break, and we'll just sort of clear the air in here. Ravenshadow.
Good luck.
No.
I was almost going to ask it what was the last website I looked at, but I don't want to do that. The last web search I did.
We'll take a real quick break. We're just going to play one promo. We'll be right back, and we will finish this up with some feedback.
Oh, Snoop.
It tells me to go.
The Cult of Muscle podcast. The Cult of Muscle. You're either in it or you're dead.
It's the dawning of a new age. The halls of Valhalla have been shuttered. The heroes of yore have either retreated to the shadows or taken to capering for the amusement of the small folk. Their past glories a distant memory. The barbells have been torn from their once puma-strong grips. The beards shorn from their square jaws, only to be transplanted onto flannel-clad, puny weaklings with fingers barely powerful enough to strum a ukulele. The time has come, my brothers, to restore order from the chaos. No longer will our heroes be forgotten. No longer will their great deeds be viewed through a foggy lens of irony. Hear now our rallying cry as we scream it from the mountaintops, as we bellow it from iTunes and Libsyn and Facebook. It's time to join the cult, my brothers. So don your cloaks and enter the Cult of Muscle.
Dynamo, what were you just trying to get Siri to call you?
Siri, can you please call me Cocklossus?
Jesus Christ. Yes. Jesus Christ. Cocklossus.
I got a better idea.
All right. Well, let's go to some feedback.
Ooh.
Let's see what we got. We got a pretty good amount of feedback today. Let's go ahead and play this one first.
Yeah. Whip it out.
This is
Siri, what's my name?
You're Mike. But since we're friends, I get to call you cock loss.
But since we're friends, what kind of friends? All right, here is voicemail number 1. Oh, you know what? It sometimes helps to have the fucking volume up. Hold on one sec.
Sometimes that helps.
Yeah, not all the time. Sometimes. All right.
Hey guys.
Oh no.
City of Worcester. Listen, I gotta report a major bummer, man.
Oh, come on.
Last week, that crazy British dude you guys know?
We don't know him.
He showed up and he started burning down every bar, tavern, and coffee house I got, man.
Ooh.
Totally harshed my buzz. And I was gonna contact you guys to come get him, but I don't have your phone number, and
How'd he call
I
us?
couldn't remember the name of your website. You guys gotta get on Facebook, man.
We're on the fib.
Shut up.
So anyways, I was all like, Memorial Day weekend, more like asshole. Then I noticed he kept leaving the Lucky Dog music hall alone. And then I remembered that the last time he showed up was back in October. And he said that if I didn't turn out for your show, he was gonna burn me to the ground. And that's when I realized what was going on. And I am so sorry, dudes. I am so sorry I forgot to turn out for your annual show in April. I have no idea why I forgot, man. I swear to God, I don't remember seeing any advertising for it anywhere. I mean, I don't know what happened. Ravenshadow dropped the ball or some shit.
Hey.
Man, but
He's fucking
listen
right.
to me.
He dropped the bomb.
Message received loud and clear, dudes. I am so totally gonna make it up to you guys. I swear to God, I promise I will turn out for your next show. I don't care when it is. Okay? I don't care if it's in March. I don't care if it's in May. Although I do get the two confused sometimes. But I mean it, man. The next show, I am gonna be there. Alright, take care, dudes.
May 31st.
And again, man, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened. I'm just really sorry, man.
Dude, May 31st.
You sound sorry.
A couple days.
Yeah. It's like it's literally in a couple days.
Yeah.
Be there,
Before
Worcester.
next
Yeah,
week's
it's like barely a week away.
All
It's
right.
like what? A week and what?
No, Tiny, it's 3 days away. It's the 28th right now.
Yep.
And it's the 31st of the show. All right, we have one more voicemail. Let's go ahead and play this voicemail. And let me open it up. That'll help. Okay, here we go.
Well, good evening, gentlemen, and I do use that term ever so lightly. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the Southern Revenger. That's right. And I'm the spokesperson for a unilateral multinational conglomeration of villains who are ready to step up and prove that the Deadites are nothing more than a speck of turds floating in the outhouse. You travel around, you high and mighty Deadite bastards, preaching all these grand things you either have done, will do, or might have done while you were intoxicated, laid out in a sewer somewhere. And I'm here to tell you, we got proof that most of you is just a bunch of fucking liars. Oh! And we're gonna put a stop to it. What do you got to stop us? Well, let's run down the chart, shall we?
Johnny Wolfenstein.
Yes?
Ooh, that name tries to sound menacing, don't it? Johnny Wolfenstein. Big-ass, hairy, Bigfoot, sassy-quatchy-looking mother bastard. It done look like the love child of a sassy-quatchy and George the Animal Steel. You ain't nothing, son. We ain't worried about you pushing buttons, making jokes, pointing out the lesser attuned mentally around the table. Well, we're gonna put you in your face first while the rest of your girlfriends there watch. What's next? MonsterZero. Boy, I bet he thought that was a cool name when his mama gave it to him. Little did he know it was probably because the bastard tried to eat his own umbilical cord to get out of his utero. Well, MonsterZero, I bet you thought that meant you were the prototype. You were the best. You were the first out the gate, the super monster. When actually, zero means exactly that. You're the last. You're the mistake. And that leads us to Tiny White.
It's finally got to the Deadites.
It's a good thing that boy wears a mask, is all I'm saying. Nobody want to see that. Tiny White, I will say, the size is wrong, but the color's right. You know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of things of a white nature, that brings us to Michael Ravenshadow. Woo! Michael Ravenshadow. You know, I had a little concern about him a few nights off back when I heard him grambling on what he called slash fiction. Sound more to me like he was reminiscing a dream he had while trying to stick a curtain rod up his butt. You want to go putting something metal up your butt, please allow me and Betsy here to oblige you sometime real soon.
Pass.
I will say this. Following what I heard, a little bit of respect for Michael Ravenshadow. It took me time to go through the dictionary book there and learn how to exactly understand what apartheid meant. But I'm starting to think after I read it and hearing his comments, he might be an all right fella. Well, that's all for now. I just wanted to let you know we're watching and we're coming for you. And before you get all out of sorts, how come he didn't mention Dynamo?
Oh.
Well, it's pretty simple, fellas. We named the pig Dynamo.
Oh!
That's right over here, Dynamo. That's right. I'm going to let you out the cage there in a minute. Yeah, he's a sweet little chubby bastard, just almost like the real one, probably with just more teeth. Anyway, we're going to show you what we're going to do to you deadites, fellas, once we get your hands right. Ain't that right, Dynamo? Go over here, buddy. That's right. Oh, don't try to run. Come here. No, don't try to run. Come here. He knows what's coming. Come here, buddy. We just got to get him in the mood a little bit. It's all right. Just let me cut on the radio here. Come on, Dynamo. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Come here. All right.
Oh boy.
Who is this fucking Southern Revenger? Do you know him?
You think I'm afraid?
No, but do you know him?
No.
You're from the South.
First of all, you know, like, whatever. Do you think the New York Yankees at any time are like, we're going to come to Fenway and we're going to push the janitor down the stairs?
That happened.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure those owners are in big trouble. No. They, you know, if they're talking trash, they say we're going to fucking leave Poppy hitless. And we're going to make Justin Pedroia look like a little fucking...
Justin Pedroia?
I'm sorry, I'm fired up. Dustin Pedroia look like a little fucking midget. Okay? You know, so like, you know, coming and talking about our management and our media people isn't the way to scare us. You know, and leaving fucking voicemails certainly isn't going to scare us. Show up and say this to me, Southern Revenger. You sound like a fucking rectal exam, Revenger.
You've never heard of the Southern Revenger?
No, you know why? Because I don't hear about C-list things.
All right, fair enough.
Did he say it was part of an organization of supervillains?
Dr. Dimensional, put him down. Like he's a real villain. Joey Tron.
We haven't seen like,
Dr. Joey Tron.
We haven't seen real villains. Well, Joey Tron's still kind of hanging.
Dr. Joey Tron.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
he's still hanging. But we haven't seen like legit real villains so long, man.
Yeah.
It's been
Sir
like,
Isaac.
what, 10 years?
Sir Isaac.
No, he's hardly a villain.
Well, he's a pretty big villain. See
Compared
what he
to
said
what we
about
were putting
Kobald?
down- Yeah, no, okay.
Would
Well,
AIDS
compared
be a
to what we
villain?
were putting down like 10 years ago, there's like nothing going on lately.
Well, Southern Revenger. That's because we killed all those villains.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This could be exciting.
Yeah, we don't we don't put them in jail.
It's kind of like Punisher's Great Rogues
Yeah.
Gallery.
We will prison rape you before we put you down, but we're not. Dark times call for dark heroes, and we're about as dark as it gets.
I don't really like what's going on in the chat room. Ledger says, my favorite person ever. I need to join his deliverance cult. Seriously, I want to join. Where do I sign up? Give me the fucking number. I need more of this in my life.
Oh, my God.
Dynamo the Pig, the Teeth comment. I just spit beer. My wife is laughing at me. Wow. That was quite a statement by the Southern Revenger.
Whatever.
Let's see if he calls back again or does anything
buys a
or
ticket.
shows up. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if he's if he can drive up from the south. Would they use moonshine to power those cars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is gonna be awesome. I'm pumped right now. Like it's been a long time since we had some legit villains.
I think Sir Isaac is legit. Don't underestimate that guy. The only
Yeah, I
reason
mean-
Sir Isaac
yeah,
and
but-
Joey Tron
Doctor.
aren't more trouble to society because they're too busy trying to kill Sir Isaac and Joey Tron.
That's
Once
what
one
I'm
of them
saying.
goes, they're going to be trouble.
But that's what I'm saying.
Or if they ever
definitely.
teamed up.
They're like
I think the last slight resurgence of like a legit, like significant uprising was that clone situation that we had. What was that? Almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
That was
haven't
the
even
last
heard
one.
from Rupert Feebles in a while.
not many monsters. I mean, like, just dumb stuff, like not bad monsters. Like, you still see, the class 1 zombies in like service jobs and stuff like that all the time. But like, when was the last time? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I think part of the problem is Barry Dennis, and part of the problem is that we are too good at our job. So
That's what I'm saying. We killed ourselves out of a job.
Send Ravenshadow and MonsterZero out.
how
On
how
patrol.
long do you think the Southern Revenger would last against Mizem?
Ooh.
Probably
a few seconds.
Probably not as long as me, my hand, and some lotion last thinking about it. That's for sure. Like,
Ledger actually asked a good question. Who says that the clone situation is even resolved? Have you looked at Ravenshadow recently?
It's a bad question. But go. Did you go iron a Hawaiian shirt?
Hey, he's down 36 pounds.
the Iron Hawaiian.
All
I
right.
think Ledger looks phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, what size he wear?
Probably XL.
He's good. Yeah, I like Ledger. Ledger's cool.
You're the only person that doesn't wear an XL. What do you wear? Small?
I wear an XL.
Extra small?
No.
And you're swimming in your shirts.
No, I'm skinny but long.
Gee, you said that.
It goes in the dryer, you know.
All right.
You sound like your wife trying to convince you that your size is okay. It's skinny, but it's long. It's
I don't know who
it's
says it.
small, but it's pointy.
Yeah. You get a boo boo.
Nice.
All right, let's move on to, we have some more feedback. This is in email form from our buddy Luan.
Oh,
fucking
Luan.
love Luan. He's the best. All right, Luan is definitely, we've only had a few emailers, but I think he's our most consistent
Nice.
emailer. We've heard from Josh, and Josh is just, he's like an encyclopedia with his knowledge.
I love that dude.
Yeah, I love Josh.
You
We should get
know
him
what
on
we
the show
didn't mention,
again
by the
soon.
way?
What?
Who we got to hang out with in real life?
Who?
Only for a minute.
Who?
Not this Saturday, but last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Tommy NorCal?
Yeah. Well, no, obviously we got to hang out with Tommy NorCal.
But
they're pissed right now.
Who?
Who did we get to hang out with for a minute while my special lady friend convinced a bunch of people to leave the beer line in front of her, which was the most amazing thing that I've ever seen my whole entire life.
Oh yeah, Double K.
Yep. Little Kevin Kelman.
You're right. We didn't mention it last week.
Yeah.
We hung out
It was
with
fucking awesome.
Yeah, Double K at the Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling show. We met up during the intermission. Talked to Double K for a bit. Fucking awesome dude. Really cool dude. It was a pleasure to hang out with him for like, good 5-10 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it was nice. Did I tell you about that, Tiny? My special lady friend's waiting in the beer line, and she goes, we were like talking to Double K, and she goes, it was like a 1-2 punch. She goes, I think the show's starting.
Well,
people started to like kind of like shuffle a little bit.
Well,
Then
there was a long line.
It was a long line. There was a long line for beer. It stretched the whole lobby of this place. She goes, I think the show's starting. And then the sound was so bad in this place you couldn't hear anything. And then she was like, is that Ligar? And like literally 30 people ran out of line and like ran out. And she was just like, can I have Sam Adams, please?
Yeah, it was, and she said that she didn't mean to do it, but I think she did.
Yeah. Is that Ligar?
Ledger says, I have to run. I wish you guys all the luck this weekend. Kick ass. I'll be there in spirit anyway. All the best. Thanks, buddy. Even though you're a jerk sometimes, you're still the man. Thank you.
Sometimes.
What is that noise? You playing with Siri?
Yep.
What?
Cool.
So
Luan, yeah. So Luan says, hey guys, I just got done listening to episode 95. Great job as always. I always want to add a big yes. Let me read that again. I always want to add a big yes to a review of The Seventh Curse. I think you guys will have a blast with this film since you guys highly enjoyed The Cat. Although there isn't a cat versus dog fight in The Seventh Curse, it is still a batshit bonkers type of film. And yes, Chow Yun-Fat is in this, but he isn't the main character. CDR also mentioned this film and recommended it to you guys on episode 72.
Shit.
Interesting. Okay.
So we'll have to definitely take that one into consideration, for sure.
I may just check that out in spite of everything. Even if we don't have it reviewed on the show, I might have to throw that on.
There's a very good chance that will happen, Tiny.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
All right.
In the end, whatever you guys decide to review is cool with me. I know it'll be entertaining as hell. Johnny Wolfenstein, let me know if you guys would like a copy of The Seventh Curse. I would be glad to make you guys a copy. Till next time, fellas, keep those auditory orgasms coming. Luan.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's my dude right there.
Yeah, I love Luan. The best. You're the best current emailer.
You're the best around.
And Luan posted on the fucking Fib tonight, too.
Oh, shit. Why don't you friend me there, bro?
Yeah, he said...
he won't friend you.
Why?
Because he has friends.
Well, why don't you friend me, man?
He posted a...
What the fuck? I'm reading the plot summary for Seventh Curse right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm only 2 sentences into it. My brain is like running out my nostril right now.
Movie?
It sounds fucking amazing.
The Seventh Curse. It's done by Nam Noin Choi, who did The Cat, directed The Cat, and Story of Ricky.
Oh, shit.
So there's history there with that dude. Luan posted a picture of The Seventh Curse, and then he says, why can't we get posters like this anymore? And then it says, nice, what up, fellas? I know you guys are recording tonight, but I can't wait till Friday when the episode drops. I'll try to be more active on the boards now that work is slowing down at the funeral home and the dead stay dead. I told him we'll try to be more serious so he doesn't laugh at the dead anymore. And then Dynamo says, wheel? Luan, screw them. They're already dead. Haha, no need to be serious on my behalf.
Fuck them.
Fuck the dead.
Fuck them in their ear.
Stupid dead people.
And then he also posted a picture of an eye, which you got that one, Dynamo? He said, and then he asked, anyone seen Evil Dead Trap 1988? Have you seen that, Dynamo?
No.
He says, Dynamo, you have good taste, my friend. So I don't know. I guess because you liked it, that photo.
I just like spooky shit.
Yeah.
I think here's what's funny. I think I own Evil Dead Trap and still haven't seen it.
Steven Scarlatta says, yeah, I love Evil Dead Trap.
Steven Scarlatta's my boy.
Speaking of Steven Scarlatta, we had MonsterZero posted on the Fib. Jodorowsky's Dune's getting a Blu-ray release.
Oh, hell yes.
I can't fucking wait for that.
July 8th, 2014. Sony Classics has announced that they will release Jodorowsky's Dune on DVD and Blu-ray combo pack. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, in addition to the film, there will be around 45 minutes of deleted scenes, segments created especially for the release, and additional animation. Pretty fucking awesome.
Cool.
So once we see it, we need to have Mr. Scarlata on again because
Yeah, really.
I would like to talk to him about it. No spoiler-free stuff. We can just dig right into the film. So that would be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. We still got like a month and a half to go till it comes out, I think. So still a bit of a ways, but looking forward to that. Also, like we mentioned earlier, we're going to have, during the month of June, we're allowing our listeners to pick the films. We already have next week picked out Ledger, Hawk the Slayer. He picked that one. He's been telling us to review it for about a year now, so we figured we might as well get on that one first. And then over the course of the next 3 weeks, we're looking to get some more submissions. So go ahead and head to the Fib and let us know what you want us to review, and we'll take it under consideration. We have some really good ones already, so it's going to be tough to beat some of these. So bring it with the batshit crazy stuff. We love that. What's that? Oh, you're doing symbol to bring it?
Yeah, and
hand signs.
like
gang signs.
Be careful with those gangs.
Yeah.
I don't know who's watching
Seriously,
right
yeah.
now.
I'm suggesting Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
Now, fuck off. All right, we have now the trick or tweet moment.
Trick or tweet.
Yep. All right, trick or tweet moment. We just have 3 tweets from our good friend Pantaphobe.
Word.
We have, she says, the cancerous kazoo, Ravenshadow, made me lose it with that one. Wonderful mental images with all the manscaping talk to.
Yeah, there you go.
And she says, as for Godzilla, I went in not having expectations, and I didn't love or hate it, but it bummed me out majorly. Granted, everything depresses me, but so many things died. Good guys, bad guys, even the fucking dog died.
Spoiler alert.
So there's Pantaphobe's...
Wait, was that Dogzilla that you watched?
Gadzuki. Dogzuki. So Pantaphobe, I think she bought a ticket, so she'll be at the show on Saturday.
I think CryptoCast is needed with Pantaphobe.
Yeah, I was hoping to get one out this week, but things have been really kind of crazy. If I have time, maybe I'll try to get one before the show, but it's obviously not going to have much time to
we should film
live.
some stuff, even if it sits for a while. Like, there's going to be a good group of people there that's not ever going to be in the same place again.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
3 for all.
3 in a lifetime.
How many?
3. Plus 1.
You bringing a plus 1?
No, plus Beaver McD and the other one.
You bringing a plus 1 though?
Look, I'm trying, man.
Trying?
Trying to do something. What do you get there?
Oh, my recorder just fell. I was just picking it up. All right. Well, I don't know. I think that's about it. We got the trick or tweet moment. We got the feedback. We got the voicemails.
Yeah.
We got our boy. Oh, and Luan's posting on the Fib again. He's fucking crazy. Anybody remember this movie, Eyes of Fire?
I remember. I don't know if I said it out loud. Is maybe not the right thing, but I remember the VHS box.
Yeah, I do remember the art.
That's me too. Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie though.
Luan says, I remember.
Eyes of fire, little girl flyer, scared the hell out of Luan.
He says, I remember it scaring the shit out of me as a kid.
That's some freaking up to date contemporary shit. That post is only 5 minutes old. It's got a song about it right now.
and it's available June 17th. That must be this year, right? I love one of the quotes. Big league special effects. A spook movie with a difference.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're back
what
to that.
the fuck?
You're the worst.
Your southern friend might be a fan.
You're the worst villain.
A bizarrely fascinating story. Sinister evil waits in the woods.
Hey, you didn't ask me what time you have to be to the 3-for-all on the 31st.
I was going to ask off
on the 1st.
Off air.
Yeah, it's actually June 1st.
Yeah,
really? Be there 1:30 a.m.
Yep. All right, so I can sleep in.
Yep.
Oh,
Who
shit.
the fuck dressed this kid on the cover of Eyes of Fire? That's was that a garbage
It looks
bag?
looks like Ozzy Osbourne in the Back of the Moon video.
It's insane. I think it's a garbage bag. It's just literally just a garbage bag.
Our boy Tim from Korea.
Oh shit.
He just had a couple suggestions. I don't know if we should take Tim's suggestions after what was the movie?
The fucking taxidermy.
Taxidermy,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a fun feel.
Well, actually, he recommended Tourist Trap from 1979. And
That was interesting.
Is that with Haley Mills?
And In My Skin, which is a French horror film from 2002.
Dans ma peur.
Dans mon pas.
Dans ma peur.
Dans mon peu. Man, we'll get some fucking good recommendations. Maybe if we get some really good ones, maybe we'll have it extend out a little bit into July.
This dude likes the physical stuff. What do we call it? Body horror?
Body horror, yeah.
We should do like a trick or treat radio in your house. Maybe,
In your house?
We'll
Like WWE's old pay-per-views?
Yeah, we'll like come over your house. You can make us food. We'll watch a movie with you.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Don't make us food.
They make us
Does
food.
it have to be edible?
Well, I mean, I guess that's what food is, but yeah.
Oh,
We'll bring like soda.
We'll bring the beverages.
We'll bring the soda and the beer.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't mention beer. I was surprised.
Well, I'll bring my beer.
Oh, okay. Lastly, real quick here, Ravenshadow, looks like some news dropped about your boy, the purple headed bowman.
Purple clad bowman,
looks like he's got a different look in the Avengers too. You see this?
Yeah, I did see that.
The
Little
long coat.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a little bit
actually
closer to.
Not really, because he doesn't have sleeves in his classic costume.
Well, it's a long coat.
That's actually a throwback to solo Avengers when Hawkeye was shot in a gangland-style shooting. And it was very, very fucking tragic. So I'm like, oh, shit, Hawkeye's dead. And he went to Tony Stark, who built them like Hawkeye armor.
Mm-hmm.
And he wore it for like 3 issues. Dynamo, do you remember that?
No, actually, and I used to really like Solo Avengers.
You're such a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, I have all these like ultra superpower guys around me, and I shoot arrows. Can I get some fucking armor up in this
Yeah, no
piece?
kidding, right?
So yeah, build background check. I think it's just raining in that photo, and he's cold.
Could be. All right, well, there you go. There's that. And then also, I'm looking forward to The Strain on FX, the TV show based on the books by our boy Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan.
Huh.
Have you read these books, Tiny?
No, it sounds interesting though.
I know. I think actually Joey Tron recommended them, so maybe that's why you didn't take him up on that. But the Strain books, it's going to be an FX series starting in July, I believe, June or July. So it looks like it could be cool. They just released a trailer tonight, so I just wanted to mention that. So, all right, lots of stuff going on in the Fib. Everyone joining the conversation. We're talking about Jodorowsky's Dune. We're talking about Eyes of Fire. We're talking about The Seventh Curse. We're talking about all sorts of shit, right?
So much content.
So much. The Southern Revenger. What do you guys think of the Southern Revenger?
A little weird.
Yeah, a little weird. Maybe if you got some thoughts about the Southern Revenger, let us know in the Fib.
He's got me worked up. I'm excited. I'm ready to rumble here.
Hopefully, it doesn't distract us from the show. I don't think we have to worry.
Nothing
yet.
could distract us from the show.
Except everything.
Yeah.
Wait, which show?
I'm swollen, ready, and covered
Whoa.
in KY jelly. I'm ready for that show.
Did you get there from my bathroom? No. All right. Tiny, any final
Gross.
thoughts before we head out of here?
Sucks that Joss Whedon's not doing Ant-Man,
No.
but that's
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright is not doing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
Dynamo.
that's
What do you
kind of
think?
disappointing, but
Yeah, it sucks. I don't buy all the like that the Marvel studio system is crumbling, just because Josh Goodard and Edgar Wright happened to bail around the same time. I'm sure that the problem is that
Who else bailed?
Josh Goodard, who not Josh.
What film was he going to do?
He was going to do the Daredevil TV show. It's not Josh Goodard though. It's the guy that did Cabin in the Woods.
Drew
Goddard.
Goddard, I think, or
Goddard,
something like
right.
that. Yeah.
He was supposed to do the pilot for the Daredevil show. But
Yeah, I saw they announced somebody recently. I
I
don't have
think that there was a big rumor going around that he was offered a big Warner Brothers superhero film, and I think that had more to do with him leaving than any sort of creative stuff. A lot of people say he left it as a thing of solidarity to Edgar Wright, but I don't think that's true.
Oh, here's they announced who Daredevil was. You guys see this? It was today. Or no, I'm sorry, it was like yesterday.
That guy?
British actor Charlie Cox has secured the titular role of Daredevil.
Oh, Chucky Cox.
I don't recognize him.
Okay.
He's on Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, okay.
I only know that after some research, though. I'm not familiar with that show.
Okay, so yeah, it says Drew Goddard had stepped down as showrunner of the streaming series to be replaced by Spartacus creator Stephen S. DeKnight.
I don't see this guy playing Daredevil. You got to, well, I don't, whatever. It's fine.
Spartacus is the fucking best, so I'm okay with that.
It said Cox starred opposite Claire Danes in Stardust and had a regular role in season 3 of HBO's Boardwalk Empire. All right. There you
He
have
just
it.
doesn't look like him to me, but that's all right. Maybe.
Yeah. He's not blind either.
No, no, that's,
There's a
that's
rumor going around that Dexter was supposed to play him. But
yeah, I think that would have been good, actually.
I don't know.
He may have been too old, but...
Maybe.
Isn't he sick, though?
Well, he had cancer.
What's the trick?
Well, he didn't have AIDS, thankfully.
Oh,
but
thank God.
All right. Ravenshadow, any final thoughts to regale the folks with before we go?
No, I think we're done.
Yes, I think we are. Dynamo. What do you do, Tiny? You, clean your gun over there?
Yeah, this is Dynamo's gun. He hasn't had to use this for a while. It's been just up on the wall.
Oh, the Southern Revenger.
In the studio.
Yeah. No, it's still in good shape, though.
It is, yeah, no. It's. I took good care of it when I had to use it all the time, but I don't know, for the quality of monster we're dealing with now.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm checking the good stuff here.
12
Tiny, be careful with that thing.
10 knuckles, is all we've needed lately.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, and that's fun too.
Our
That's fun,
fighting,
too.
our fighting in Michael Ravenshadow sex life.
Tiny, what the hell are you doing over there?
Tiny,
are you okay?
Tiny,
shit.
When did he get red curtains?
Oh no!
I'll be right back, guys. Bye. Remember,
all right.
What kind of bullets are in here, dude?
they're the kind that explode and little silver beanies fly out.
Jesus Christ, Tiny, what's going on over there?
That hurts much more than normal. That's a terrible thing to put in a gun. Why is this even loaded anyway?
I don't know. You never know when you need it. It's not like there's a bunch of little kids running around playing those keyboards all the time. Oh, wait a minute.
What the fuck are you doing over there, Tiny?
It's a nice sound. I like that.
All right, we better get out of here.
Remember, children, wherever you go, there you are.
All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 96 of Trick or Treat Radio. We will hopefully see you at the 3 for All this Saturday night, and if not, we'll see you next week.